Danganronpa.
Alright, just give me a mic check.
Check, check. Whoa, whoa.
Alright, I think we're good. Alright, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in to more Danganronpa, Another Despair Academy. I am Mr. Grinchman, once again along with ACP. In the last stream, we finished up Chapter 5, and things went about the way we thought, but also in some ways, not the way we thought. So, we took on the trial to find out who killed Yamato Kisaragi, and as kind of predictably in a way, it was apparently Mikako who killed him. And there was a whole back and forth that started with her trying to accuse us of being the Blacken in a really odd personality change she seemed to have. In the end, Monokuma did the same BS that he does in the first game and ended the trial early, before we could finish discussing everything. We didn't directly find out what the murder weapon was, we didn't figure out why Mikako had the knife, and a couple of other things. But, nevertheless, Monokuma still ended it, and before Mikako could be executed, she told us that the mastermind is among the group and has been with us the whole time, as we kind of expected, and ended up almost like self-destructing herself in the process, because apparently Monokuma mentioned that she physically can't tell us certain things, and when she tried, that, I guess, basically killed her. And Monokuma still tried to execute her anyway, but there was no kaboom when the explosion should have happened in the execution. After that, Kenjo woke up, apparently, with not losing his memories, but he got Hifumi'd and regained his memories of the past. And he actually remembered who the mastermind was. And he accused Akane of being the mastermind and used the trigger word Ultimate Despair and reverted Akane back to presumably what she was at the start before this game, in the to before the start of the game, at some undefined point after entering the school. After that, we finished up the stream with a little flashback scene of all of us, except for Kisaragi at the time, in a classroom hanging out together. And in that time, Yuki seemed really indifferent to everybody. He didn't seem like the same guy we've been playing as. And everyone acknowledged he didn't really talk to anybody, he didn't really seem to care about what was going on. And that's where we left off. So this stream, we're starting Chapter 6. According to ACP, Chapter 6 is pretty long, so it'll be several streams before we get through it. So hopefully that was a good enough recap. So, you think I covered everything?
I guess so.
Alright, well, if you don't have anything to add, let's get started. So, let's get underway. I will give a shout out to ACP for actually predicting who the mastermind was. So I still don't know exactly what time we're in the game right now. Is this after the trial? I don't know. Because I can't imagine we would have just gone to sleep.
Yeah, I think this is directly following the trial. I believe this is in the morning after.
Which is
Because I
weird that we went to
believe
sleep after.
that scene we saw happened like as like a dream sequence.
The chapter 0.
Yeah, I believe that was a dream sequence.
Okay. Which
So
is odd that we
this
went to
would
sleep
be-
after that reveal.
Yeah, but I believe this is in the morning.
Which would make
Or at
sense.
least, yeah.
I still find it weird that we went to sleep after that. I don't think I could have gone to sleep.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe after all of that mental excitement, he'd be just absolutely wiped out.
Yeah.
Like,
Akane did
physically.
also mention that she could have killed us all, but she was letting us do the final stage, which is
Mhm.
presumably meaning she's gonna let us investigate the whole school.
Yeah.
So, And it does seem like okay, a dream. You were right. It does also seem that Akane has some connection to Maeda in the past. So
Hmm.
I wonder if that ties into his inner voice somehow. A
Yeah.
dream? What's going on? Everyone who died? Okay, you were right. So that was a dream. Oh, here we go. More than that. Why was I sleeping? I recall I was. What? It was her. The class trial in the murder case of Kisaragi ended in an incomprehensible way. Just before Kurokawa was chosen as the culprit, she executed herself. And then Kenjo who suffered a head injury, broke into the courtroom. He remembered everything and told us the mastermind of all this was the mastermind out of everyone else. Why? Akane. But what? How did she get in the room? I also just
Hmm.
realized now that Mikako is dead, um, outside of Monokuma, I'm voicing everybody else that's still alive. Outside of Teruya.
Yeah.
So, because
Pretty
like,
much.
I guess there's not many. I guess there's only like three others still alive. Because
Yeah.
it's just Akane,
No,
Yuki.
I have Kinjo.
Oh yeah, Kenjo. I forgot Kenjo was still alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got three. So you got Monokuma, Teruya, and Kenjo. I have Yuki, and Akane. Right? Is that
Yeah, so
the
it's still 3 and 3, yeah.
right? Because there's not six left. There's five. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not as bad.
Yeah.
So, did you call
Hmm.
me? How did she get in his room? Ah.
I hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder if I mean it's kind of almost cliche to do this,
Yeah.
but I wonder if it's some kind of virtual environment.
That we're in
Like
right
in
now.
yeah, because that would explain how Monokuma and now Akane are able to teleport, for the lack of a better word,
Hmm.
in and out of situations, seemingly disobeying the laws of physics.
Hmm.
If they are have some kind of conscious control over what happens.
I don't know. I think that would be kind of disappointing to me, but
Hmm. But to be fair, when this was written, I don't think the creator knew anything about 2 and its plot.
which is weird because
Mhm.
Chapter 4 follows a very
So,
similar plot point of Chapter 4 in the
yeah.
second game
Mhm.
with starvation and being trapped in the one area.
Mm, yeah. So, if it is that, then they would have actually come up with it first before it was done
Save
in
the
an
virtual stuff
official
for 2.
game.
I
Yeah.
imagine that probably has some relation to whatever happens in the second game here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do believe though that the people who have died are actually dead.
Okay, so you think
Um,
they're straight up dead?
yeah.
I think so too. Because that's what happened in the
'Cause
first game. Once you're dead, you're dead.
mm, mm, yeah.
I guess I
Um,
realized that the first game is the only game where everyone who is dead is just straight up dead. Like there's no hope at all of
ye-
them being brought back.
yeah.
Because in the second game, it
It's
implied that everyone was just in a comatose state, like a vegetable state. They're
mhm,
not dead,
yeah,
and they could be brought back.
yeah.
And canonically, they
And
are.
yeah.
And in the third game, uh,
It's that one's left very, very, very ambiguous.
yeah, because
It's
it does.
like it doesn't outright say that they're dead, dead. but
Yeah.
it also like implies that like they probably die.
Yeah, because even if it is a show,
Because what's his name? The guy who dies first,
Rentaro.
Mentaro, is implied that he is a quote survivor
Hmm.
of a previous game,
Hmm.
which implies that there are non-survivors of the previous game.
Yeah.
So
I'm still pretty
I
sure.
believe that after the memory wipe, every they are like they like actually die in
In the
3.
show.
Like they like die for real.
Which weird that they would,
That
even if they love the show, they audition for a show where, well, presumably in the history of the game, 14 of them die every time.
yeah.
That's really weird.
Although it sounds like from the um this kind of an off topic from this game,
Yeah.
but yeah, it does seem like in like the flashbacks that it shows them like interviewing to be on the show.
Yeah.
They were all very confident there that
They were gonna
for
win.
that they were yeah.
Yeah.
So they were basically gambling with their lives to win, but pretty much everyone assumed that they would be the winner. Although,
Although Shuichi did say, or the person who Shuichi became was before, it,
yeah,
said he even had a punishment for himself.
yeah.
So
So I guess some of them might assume that they would die, but chose to be on it anyway, just because they're really, really big fans.
yeah. So I thought it is left ambiguous, and in some like the fan work I've read, it goes either way. Like in terms of
Yeah.
V3 aftermath, sometimes they're dead, sometimes they're alive, but usually when they're alive, they're stuck with a lot of the aftermath of the injuries they got during their
Mhm.
death.
Yeah. It does call into question, once they go through the memory wipe, is that permanent even after they win? It does seem like it, because it would be kind of weird to like, even if you won, you would just be a different person forever
Yeah, because
and not know who
Rantaro
you
didn't
were.
seem like who he was. He still seemed to be, well,
Yeah,
well,
he had like that
he got his
crazy
memory wiped twice
backstory.
because
Yeah,
he would have got it wiped when he entered the 52nd game, and then got it wiped again after recording that video that he did.
yeah. Although, does that imply that once you win a game, you're stuck playing it until you eventually do die?
That's a good point. Well,
Because it
well,
seems
no,
like
well,
he
unless he was one.
won.
Well, he could have
Like,
been.
did he volunteer to go back in after he won?
I think it implied. I think if you recall, in the second, in the final trial, it said that there had to be 2 sacrifices,
Mm-hmm.
and by selecting himself as one of them, he was forced to participate in the next game, and the others that were alive got to escape.
Okay.
Unless it was like the first, like the rule where it says only 2 people, they continue to only 2 people are alive. In
Mm-hmm.
which case, I believe the only, I don't know. It's really confusing.
Yeah.
So I think it would have eventually gotten to the point where maybe Rantaro was not selected as a sacrifice, to where if he survived long enough, he might have gotten out without having to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it also calls into question as to, like, if this is a show, was it the fact that Rantaro, like, physically was a participant in season 52 and survived, or is it just in the plot of season 53 that he was, and he wasn't actually in the game before?
Yeah.
I think it is implied that he was in game 52. But it is just kind of odd because that could be it could have been a plot point for season 53 that he was, even if he wasn't. So
Yeah.
yeah, that gives left really ambiguous. We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be disappointing if this was virtual. But you know, I do stand by what you said that I think everyone who is dead is straight up dead, just like the first game.
Yeah.
Which is really sad, but it is what it is.
Oh my, Maeda-sama. There's no need to be so surprised.
You are. It's weird to look at her in this sprite now without some of the maid stuff. So,
Why are you showing up in my bed? You don't remember? Oh dear.
wait, what? What? There's no way that happened.
Yeah, and the bed is not big enough to accidentally not notice somebody in it.
Yeah. Why is she drooling like that? That's really weird.
Yeah.
Maeda-sama forcibly dragged me into the bed last night and we went to sleep. Thanks to you, it was hot last night.
No, it was not. Dude, what a ridiculous joke.
Well, it's like you said, I'm joking.
Thank goodness.
Maeda-sama simply passed out at the end of the class trial.
Oh, that explains why he was asleep.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Passed out.
Kinjo-sama...
Kinda also explains on like how he I guess got to his bed without knowing what was going on.
Yeah.
Kinjo-sama revealed my true identity while holding his pants nicely.
What?
So the shock was so immense that you hit the floor.
What do you mean by his pants? I don't really care.
You know I was a little sassy?
Identity. I got caught up in the girl's pace without knowing it. I remember clearly now. This girl in front of my eyes is...
The ultimate despair, Akane Taira.
I still wonder what made her that way.
Yeah.
You just woke up and still don't understand the situation? I can tell you over and over again, until you get used to it. The mastermind of everything, Akane Taira.
Stop it.
The mastermind of everything, Akane Taira.
I told you, stop! You witch and Taira? There's no way they're the same person. Kane, I've been so strong with you by my side. Kane Taira, who became my hope.
There's none else.
What happened to her eyes?
That's the despair coming through, I guess.
Yeah.
What? Because this is the real me. That Maeda-sama knew. That stupidly bright one and all those reactions and emotions were all fake. This is Akane Taira.
Ugh.
In fact, you know it too.
Don't you remember? Damn it. Damn you.
Well, even if you don't like it, you'll find out soon. This talk is over, come on. Do some workout when you're ready, since Maeda-sama passed out and blew 1 day away.
Day? Wait, so he's been out for a day?
Yeah, I guess so.
Dang.
Didn't I tell you yesterday? I'll give you a chance. I'll prepare the stage where you can try your last struggle. But since Maeda-sama was in a fainted condition, we can't proceed. So I was hiding in your bed until you woke up.
Wow, you perv. Don't be funny. Still can't believe you are Akane. Just stop this.
Oh, I'm too lazy to explain. Please go to the dining hall and talk to the others. I have something to prepare.
What? Wait. That was really weird. What kind of movement? She's not human.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. There's something weird that, it's almost like we're not in a real place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is... I don't know, dude. It's so confusing
Yeah.
right now. Why? There's no way a woman like that is Akane. Even though Akane is not with us anymore. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Well, you're missing a lot of something, dude. We're missing a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah. It's also that dream. There have been several times I've realized I've been giving nightmares while staying here for the past few weeks, but until the past I'd forgotten right away. I vividly remember the dream I had moments ago. Can't be.
Okay, that's definitely a dream.
What?
But why would he dream that now?
Yeah.
What would trigger that?
I don't know. No, it's just overthinking. Let's go to the dining hall first. Kane. No, according to that strange woman, everyone is at the dining hall. Okay. I guess we get to investigate everything. I can't wait to... Maybe we'll learn some stuff. I still wonder what's over here. Because in the first game, that was the second floor dorms, but because we're not in the Hope's Peak, what's up there now?
Yeah, does it say anything? Is it just,
No, it's just a gate.
Yeah, okay.
And that's just the warehouse.
Yeah.
I wonder
Has
what's
the
up
warehouse been used at all?
Yeah, the
Did
warehouse.
they, like...
The warehouse was where the passage was, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the passage was, behind this bookcase.
Yeah.
Or this shelf. Yeah, that's where the passageway was.
Yeah. Which didn't end up meaning much.
No, because it was empty when we got down there.
Yeah. It was kind of a whole thing for for nothing.
Yeah. Presumably Tsurugi was being held down there, and then Monokuma moved him. Or not Tsurugi, Kisaragi, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Maeda, you're here. You've been sleeping all day, seriously. Thank God. Are you alright now?
Doing roughly. I'm more worried about you than me, Kinjo. Why did you take off your bandages? Can you even move like that? I don't even know what the hell happened. Kane is... Calm down. You still don't know what happened. Since you passed out, Akane Taira hasn't done anything, saying that it should be fair that everyone needs to be awake. And Kinjo also said he didn't want to explain this twice, so he said we should wait until Maeda wakes up. Sorry.
You don't have to worry about my body. I don't know why, but it's fine. Yeah, that's also odd.
Yeah, like how did he... Like I'm still really irked that he's not dead in terms of the logic of it.
Yeah. It seems like it almost like was supposed to happen that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't supposed to die and he was supposed to get his memory back.
Yeah, because
obviously for the plot, but it feels like it was more like tied to like discovering the secrets and like what the mastermind wanted.
I think you mentioned last time that it was odd that Monokuma, when it was still implied that Kinjo wasn't dead, Monokuma had no issue saving him once we kind of talked to him about it both times, but was straight up willing to just let Mikako suffer.
Yeah.
Even if Mikako was like had information that could have like messed up stuff, he didn't seem opposed at all to keeping Kinjo alive when it was confirmed he was alive, even though he was willing to let him die when he thought he was dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just odd that Kinjo has like survived this long. Because I was thinking like was so it feels like in a lot of ways like, okay, so we mentioned how in the trial Hirakawa seemed possibly to be the culprit.
Mhm.
And Monokuma did say she was.
Although, to be fair, in the first game, when Makoto was chosen as the Black, and he said that he was when Makoto actually didn't kill anyone.
Right. And we don't know for sure what Akane was doing
Yeah, so I think I mentioned that.
on
Like,
the 5th floor. She says she was searching all day.
yeah, so she was up there. So what was she doing?
Yeah. It seems kind of odd.
Because because I mean, that also brings up the question: was it actually something bad? Because it also brings into question. She didn't seem to remember being the mastermind until Kinjo said the trigger word. So what reason did Akane have for trying to get Mikako killed if she didn't remember?
Yeah. And at the same time,
And why go for Kisaragi when she was one of the few who said maybe we should actually give him a chance?
yeah. And then, yeah, did she consciously know? Or maybe it was like some kind of subconscious thing? Because it's implied, that, the incident with Kazuna was an accident.
Yeah.
That Kazuna was the one that got stabbed, to quote, somehow. Right? They never really
dark, yeah.
established, like, how did Akane stab her if Kazuna was the one with the knife? And, like, did Kazuna accidentally stab herself? And if that's the case, then, like, Akane wouldn't have been the blackened anyway.
Yeah. I'm also wondering if now I think about it, like when the mastermind thing was revealed, like as Kazuna's secret that she got, that I wonder if mentioning the mastermind in some way subconsciously triggered something in Akane that made her react that way.
Yeah.
Even if
'Cause
Akane didn't directly remember.
it feels like Kazuna shouldn't have been stabbed in that situation.
Yeah, because Akane was just trying to leave
Yeah.
when Kazuna started to come at her with the knife.
Yeah.
And
But I almost wonder if, because Kazuna started it, if Akane saw it as a chance to make sure the mastermind's identity wasn't found out.
because we sort of
Even as like
dropped
an
it.
unconscious thing.
Yeah, because we sort of dropped it after 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So at that point, Kazuna may have just been unlucky.
Yeah.
Even if Kazuna did intend to probably kill the person that she was talking to if they didn't go along with her plan. I don't know, like... I don't
It's
know.
very suspicious and makes me just kind of like doubt like whether or not Akane was as accidental as she made it out to be.
Yeah, because it is odd that, like, in the complete dark, that you could have been in a struggle where Akane somehow got the knife from Kazuna, who was pretty much at that point straight up actually trying to kill her, and somehow got the knife and stabbed her accidentally.
Yeah.
Like, in the dark, that seems, like, really odd that could have happened.
Yeah, it seems like it would have had to been like very unlikely that that happens.
Yeah.
Like, had you accidentally stabbed someone attacking you,
Yeah,
you know, it's like unless she like did get the knife and like stab her back on purpose.
yeah,
But the way she described it like happened like, oh, it all happened so fast before I knew it. She was like not saying anything and I
Yeah.
ran away.
and then, um, yeah, and then the whole thing of like, what was I saying? There's still the whole thing of that also makes me suspicious is, and this probably doesn't matter at all, but I still have no idea how Kazuna lived for that length of time before Ayame found her.
I think that is just plot convenience.
Yeah, which is very illogical that could happen.
Yeah, I think that's just pure plot convenience for the sake of the story and the case.
Yeah, the whole thing is suspicious now.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then she, well, it also, I guess it was trying to imply that they were like, I guess, friends or whatever. There's that whole like flash back of like all the times Akane like talked to us,
Yeah,
kind of implying that she was like guiding us in some way,
yeah,
like almost like subconsciously to like carry out some like bigger plan,
yeah,
because she like really went out of her way to make sure Maeda didn't die
in that trial.
in the trial. Like that was like very like intentional. Like she knew 100% that like
He didn't do it.
he wasn't, and like wasn't gonna let up until everyone else agreed.
Because Ray and Teruya were both pretty ready to say it was him.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, she was 100% sure that it wasn't.
Yeah, and which
Which is
in character at the time, before we knew about the mastermind thing, made sense that she would think that way based on the connection that they had, that she
Mhm.
would believe that he wasn't a murderer.
There's like a difference from like believing he, like what, like believing in him, I guess,
Yeah.
like character wise,
And then knowing.
but also like knowing.
Yeah.
that he wasn't guilty,
Which, I mean,
she
but if
seemed
yeah,
to.
especially if she was the one who set it up somehow, then she would obviously know that it wasn't him.
Yeah.
And so there obviously had to be some reason for him to live and Mikako to die,
Yeah.
and for
It seems
Kisaragi to
like
die as well, because I was like, I said this last time, like they introduce him in chapter 4, and then they kill him off right away. There had to be a reason that he had to die when he did.
yeah.
Because I still
Same
mentioned his
with-
behavior before his death was really odd when he seemed to remember everybody and became
Yeah.
really uneasy.
And then assuming that Maeda's dream here after he passed out was also accurate to how everyone was before the memory wipe, we got to see the real Kako,
Which
who
was-
is this like very extroverted, talkative person.
Yeah, which would fall in line with what her secret was.
Yeah, but that also calls into question, why was she
Changed.
not like that now?
Yeah, why was she changed?
Obviously, it probably had something to do with maybe the same kind of like mind altering state that, you know, happened with Kisaragi, who also seemed, well, yeah, off.
Yeah. We did also find out in that flashback that the only reason Kisaragi was president was because his dad had died.
Yeah.
Or presumably his dad. We don't know if Hanzo is for sure his dad, but I'm just going that was his dad.
Yeah.
Who was the president at the time, and he died, so that's why Yamato became the president
Yeah.
at such a young age. Which makes a lot more sense now as the next in line. If
Yeah.
it's like a family business as the next in line, it would make sense that he would take over if the person who was president was dead.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, so we gotta figure out like why Makako and Kisaragi had their like weird brain issues. Why Makako was stuck speaking in that weird slow voice.
What was their
for the
connection? That's the
entire
other thing
game.
I'm
Yeah.
wondering about. Like what is their connection with each other?
Yeah, and why did Makako remember Kisaragi
Yeah,
when
if the-
everyone else had like completely forgotten?
yeah, that is odd. Like, how did she remember? Because it does seem like Monokuma directly targeted her because she was the only one who recognized him, as you said.
Yeah.
Which is odd if they had their memory
And
wiped.
not
She should have forgot.
And not even recognized, but like had this like strong reaction to seeing him
Yeah.
in a way that like kind of it's like why, like even if you like remember someone, like if you see someone you know, you're not like, oh my gosh, it's Ben.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, you're alive or something, but not like she had this like weird like couldn't believe that she was like seeing him at all kind of reaction.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what their connection is.
I guess we won't know until we keep playing. So.
Yeah.
So we should keep doing that. Are you sitting down first? Maeda is finally awake, and there are many things I have to tell you guys.
Yeah, what did he do? I'm still wondering, what did he do in the period of time between when he woke up and when he came down to the courtroom?
Yeah. Did he immediately come down? Or was he awake for a little bit doing stuff? Because it was obvious that he was up doing stuff before, right? Because didn't we see him? Well, we
that was
saw
before
him come out
That was
of...
before he shot himself.
Yeah. But did he do anything else before that, too?
That's a good point. Well, at that point, what state was he in?
Yeah.
It also is implied when he got his memory back, he remembered who Kisaragi was despite not seeing him.
Yes.
Like, he didn't know that he was here.
Yeah.
Because
Or had
I
died
don't believe
already.
that he saw Kisaragi when he woke up the first time.
No.
But it is implied he remembered he was in our class and was concerned for him.
Yeah.
So, I can finally get a proper explanation. Now then, Kinjo, come on, tell us. You said your memories have returned, didn't you? His memories have come back?
Yeah. What can I say? It's an unbelievable story.
Okay.
We, the 79th Hope's Peak freshmen, are somehow, all 16 of us were caught up in a incident related to our memories.
Okay, so so class 78 is these guys upperclassmen. So they're the class after Makoto's class.
Yeah.
Okay. That kind of clears up the question you had a few streams ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So canonically speaking, all three of the classes could have been at Hope's Peak at the same time.
Yes. And this class had already been at Hope's Peak
for a little bit.
For at least a year, right?
Makoto's class?
Or was it? No, this class.
They mentioned the tragedy started like just a few months after they started school.
Mm-hmm.
So
but Makoto's...
They got to experience a full year there. If I understand.
Okay, so this is the class under them.
Yes. Class 77, Hajime, and all those guys, that they were the year ahead.
Okay, so these guys had just come in,
Yeah,
right?
these were the new class right before everything fell apart.
Yeah.
So they could have been in contact with Makoto's class.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we know from the first game that this class
Is
was not in the school
no, they were, and in fact, they were
after.
presumed dead because it mentioned that most of the ultimate students at Hope's Peak outside of Makoto's class and Class 77 who faked their deaths were all dead.
Yeah.
So these guys somehow were removed from the school and taken to a Kisaragi Foundation building for some reason.
Yeah.
So
Was that because of the mastermind? Or was that as a, hey, I have this, building, I can keep all of you safe here,
yeah,
kind of thing?
I don't know.
But with the inclusion of Monokuma specifically, I could only assume that it's still related to Junko in some way,
Yeah,
since
no
Monokuma is part of her
thing.
brand of despair,
Yeah.
so to say.
Whether or not Kisaragi knew about any of this is up for debate.
Yeah,
I'm inclined to believe that he didn't.
yeah. I
Like, I'm
believe if we piece together things, I believe that this kind of like them locking themselves in Hope's Peak was just part of like, hey, let's go here to get away from the tragedy.
yeah. So he's sort
Kind
of.
of
I almost imagine
thing.
he's sort of like what the actual headmaster in the first game did, where he actually was trying to protect everybody by locking them in the school to protect them from the tragedy, and he had no idea that Junko and Mukuro were already there and were planning the game. I imagine it's similar for Kisaragi, to where I imagine he probably didn't know anything about any of what the mastermind or whatever connection they might have would do.
Mm-hmm.
And he was literally just using his connection to try to protect everybody.
Yeah.
And just kind of it just sort of fell into place for the mastermind that he had the connections he did,
Mm-hmm.
and they could use the building that was similar enough to Hope's Peak, and had all the technology to wipe the memories and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't imagine he was really at fault directly at all,
Yeah.
which would probably explain why they had to kill him off, because he was probably one of the few who could remember certain things, especially because this is his building.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they had to kill him off. So
That means what Makaru said was true.
it is kind of fun though getting able to talk about like our
Mhm.
theories, and like because like in all the other Danganronpa games, either both of us have known what happens in 6 or I knew what happened in 6.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun hearing your theories for V3, but it's fun for us both not to know and get to talk about our theories.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
fun.
this is the first time that both of us are completely in the dark about the overall plot of
Of the
the
game.
Danganronpa game.
Which is exciting. It's kind of fun actually. Now that we're here, there's nothing to be surprised about, but I still am.
What Makaru said. Did you know that we lost our memories?
I guess when we discussed it, he was unconscious.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a guess, but I thought there was a high probability that it would be the case, because there were so many clues of it.
That's true.
Yeah, his personality has also kind of changed.
Yeah, he's definitely back to how he was before the memory wipe.
Yeah. So it's
Because, yeah, in the In the dream sequence, he was a lot more supportive and optimistic
Yeah.
for the class.
Yeah. Here he is definitely against Akane and still considers her a criminal, but he at this point cares about the other three who are still alive.
Yeah.
What's with that expression? Also, you were the kind of guy who could laugh like that. Are you? Excuse me.
I don't think Makaru would ever hear me say that. Well, I have done it at the time when our admission was given. So, what are you talking about to be more specific? If Makaru guessed it in advance, the story goes fast. Apart from amnesia, the thing you guys are most curious about is us before we lost our memories. How many memories were lost and what kind of memories were lost? That's what I mean.
Yes, to be honest, the last memory I had before entering Hope's Peak Academy was when we were all gathered in front of the door and shared useless self introductions. Since then, we all at once felt dizzy, and then we woke up, and we were already at Hope's Peak Academy. No, we were in this unknown building. From here is guesswork. Isn't that unknown vertigo just at the aftermath of amnesia?
You mean we already lost our memory since the moment we lost consciousness? In that hallway? I believe so too. The entrance before I lost consciousness was the building of Hope's Peak that we knew. But maybe we've already been in contact with the mastermind before this.
What?
How much people looked different? They look different?
Or is implying we're older?
Yeah, that must be it.
Hey, what now? While we're talking, you suddenly shut your mouth. Don't tell me you don't remember anything now.
No, I'll tell you. Everything I remember, including the amnesia, but before that, I have a favor to ask you.
Favor.
Each one of you right now will hit me.
Is he trying to give himself penance for what he probably perceives as failure of trying to keep alive the others who are dead now?
I don't know.
Huh?
Are you okay? Did the bullet hit a wrong place? No, I'm serious here. You guys have to hit me. Kinjo was crazy again.
Are you asking for real now? If you want to get hit, I'll hit you as many times as you want, but at least let me ask you why.
Because I have to take an atonement.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is. Okay, I was right, I think.
Atonement has come. Is that stuff again? No, wait. I don't mean to commit that act again. Look, I don't even have a pistol. So he does remember that.
Yeah.
Do you think I'll do something stupid like that again?
Kinjo, that means after losing your memory, do you still remember what happened?
That's right, I remember everything. To protect everyone. What I did to you guys under that false pretext. What I did to our friends who committed the murders.
So he now admits that everyone was his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But now I've come to regret it. Nothing will change. We must move forward with hope. So this will be the last atonement for myself. Now, even for the friends who have died because of me, you're going to beat me.
That's what I thought. He is trying to atone for the deaths of the other 10. Or is it 11 that are dead? Yeah, the other 11.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, 11. The other 11 who are dead.
What kind of nonsense logic is that? Besides, beating up Kinjo is too much for me.
Ray just walked over there. I don't know if you saw her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, okay. No, you can. You have it. The feeling of exploding anger that has accumulated towards me during all this time. You have to do this. I can't let go of my stupid self while I had my memories lost.
So this is the only way you will feel relieved, right?
Yeah, of course. I know that this is not enough. Besides, a few days ago, using that as
That's
an
an
excuse.
excuse. Then it cut out.
Now, we good?
Makaru, did she like punch him or slap him? I don't know what she did.
I guess she slapped it. Yeah.
Oh, she slapped him in
Hit
the
him
face.
hard.
In the
I guess it looks like it almost punched him because
Yeah.
that's a lot of blood for a slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, Makaru, you're quite different from a feeling of being beaten. It's spicy.
What? Wow.
That's for granted. You told me to explode the feelings I had accumulated for you. When you came with that pistol, you'd really mean it when you say something like this.
What did you say?
It's nothing, so shut up.
Does she like him? Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
No. I think they were the ones dancing together in that ballroom.
Yeah. Then Yuki and Teruya, please do it.
Kinjo, but there's no way I can hit you.
Please. I've been a bad person to all of you up until now. No, to be honest, it would be rude to ask this now. I want you to do this. Especially you, Yuki. After being shot in the head, my jury consciousness, I heard you calling for me. And the words you said to me, I'm feeling them right now. So let me know how you felt at the time. If you could go back in time, what would you do?
I don't know. Honestly, if it was me in that situation and I didn't know that he would have regained his memories, I probably would have just accepted he was dead. Even if he was technically barely alive at that moment, I probably would have just accepted he was dead.
Yeah.
So. If I go back to that time, it's true, at the time it really felt like Kinjo was about to die. My dear friend was to die right in front of my eyes and I couldn't do anything but do anything feeling helplessly. He was really lucky Kinjo was unharmed, but if Kinjo died at the end, I don't know what would have happened. I guess he would have... Oh, he did just punch him.
You really let him have it.
I guess that's more him mad for Kinjo shooting himself, not for what he did to the others.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, how can you do that? You're so irresponsible.
Yeah. Dude. That was kind of unexpected, though.
Really let him have it there.
Yeah, he did.
Eh? Yuki!
I'm sorry, Kinjo, but I did it, didn't I? If I could go back to that time, if you really were to go back, if you really want to go back when you did that, or if you ever do it again, yeah, I'll hit you twice as hard or 3 times harder, and I'll stop you from doing it.
Yuki, I told you to explode your anger against me, but you exploded your anger against yourself.
What?
No, it's okay. Thank you. Thanks to Yuki, my eyes were opened even more. Now, lastly, Teruya, please.
He's literally like the one guy who's just along for the ride here, like, who probably should not be alive, but he's just kind of lucky enough that no one targeted him, and he's just kind of along for the ride.
Yeah. I mean, there's always at least one of those
Yeah.
that just kind of is there. And they don't really have a lot of, like, because you could call skin in the game.
Akane.
You know? Yeah.
Himiko.
Yeah, they're just
Toko.
even. Yeah, Toko. Toko. I mean, we've talked this. Like, I can see why they kept her alive, just for the whole genocide. Jack hasn't forgotten the tragedy
You could have still found another way to do that.
thing, but yeah, it's like, did you really need that character alive specifically for that? Like, there was no other way to reveal it.
You could have found another way.
Yeah.
And Ultra Despair Girls was not planned when that game was done, so there was no
Mhm.
reason to believe she would have been in another game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then, like I said, Akane, kind of useless in terms of the plot. And Himiko, also kind of useless.
Yeah.
Although I will say Himiko is, to me, probably the least frustrating of the 3, just because she does get better in the second half of the game. Like, after Tenko dies, like, she, for chapters 4, 5, and 6, she does get better.
Yeah.
So,
Because in 2, especially in the final trial, Akane is, like, completely useless.
yeah.
Because she just, like, falls into, like, the despair or whatever, and just kind of, like, mopes around for most of the trial.
Yeah.
And doesn't really do much.
Yeah. And I said that also combining the fact with the fact that outside of chapter 4, she really does nothing of super importance.
Yeah.
And even chapter 4, a lot of the problems were caused by her.
Mm-hmm.
Or I should say the events that led to that point of chapter 4 with Nekomaru in chapter 3, the fact that it was her fault that he became the way he was, which inadvertently, because of that, led to his death.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that whole thing, and then, so, yeah, so, Akane's just kind of useless, but,
Yeah.
and then, like I said, we mentioned Toko, but, like I said, there's everyone, and Teruya's just sort of along for the ride, and just kind of got lucky no one targeted him.
Yeah.
So,
I have to do it.
is he gonna do it? Did he actually do anything? I guess he did.
I guess so, but it just, like, wasn't important enough to even animate.
Yeah.
Thank you all for hitting me. I don't think this has cleaned up my fault, but I'm still refreshed.
No progress. Seriously. It's the same whether it's a gunshot or a beating. It's really annoying to keep making a fuss over your own mistakes, isn't it? Well, unlike the last time it was your desperation, I still felt your will in this one.
Thank you for accepting my unreasonable request. Hey, are you really Kinjo? Laughing like that or asking us to beat you? This is so different that the word doesn't even fit for it. different. If you say that, it could be. At least, I think I've grown a lot since then. I entered Hope's Peak Academy. The memories of my school life were removed. Then I am who I was before I met any of you guys. So this is the me you see after my school life. It is a remarkable difference.
Memories of school life.
That would be very, very strange. Because, like, think about this. So, you live your life, get into the school, go through your school experience, lose your memory, become a different person, regain your memory, but still have the memory of not remembering your memories.
That would be really weird.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how bizarre that would be. Like, knowing who you became. You became your past self, but you remember being your past self twice. Because now you're not that person. Like, that's such a weird...
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because, like, for a normal person, you're just yourself, right? And you've only ever been yourself with your own memories, like, continuously.
Yeah.
But to, like, go back to who you were before you are who you are now, and then remember also not being that again.
Yeah.
That's such a, like, trippy experience.
No, it is.
Because, like, that'd be like if, like, you just, like, became who you were, like, the day you started college, and then lived for, like, a month, and then remembered everything that happened since then again.
I don't particularly care to be reverted back to before I started my undergrad.
Yeah.
Honestly, well,
And I would think that's the same for a lot of the people in these games. Because you think of, like, where a lot of them came from, you know.
Yeah.
Especially someone like Nikon and
Nagito and
yeah, like, there were a lot of people who had, like, really crappy lives before they went to Hope's Peak.
yeah.
But then I guess there were some that also had, like, really good lives. Like, I guess, like, even, like, Makoto or Sayaka and stuff. Who was... Or even, I guess, like, Junko. Before she, like, came down with, like, the despair stuff.
I think it's implied in the lore that Junko was interested in despair from when she was very young.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's pretty much always been that way. So, I mean, I think in the lore, in some, like, the additional media, it's implied from, like, a really young age that she was interested in despair. She didn't have, like, the interest in, like, spreading it to everybody, like on a large scale until she was older, but I think, like, the concept she was interested in from when she was little.
Yeah.
And whether or not you can make the interpretation that Mukuro was ever really into it, I think it's up for debate. Because it's left pretty ambiguous in the main game. That's because obviously you don't really talk to Mukuro in the context of despair.
Yeah.
You don't really talk to her, and I think it is. I think it is implied that she's not as into it as Junko is, to where she even mentions in her last free time that she kind of wants to have a different life.
Yeah.
So I don't really believe she's into it as much as Junko is, and it's more just out of supporting her younger sister and not a genuine interest in the despair herself.
Yeah.
Or at least not an obsession with it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, it's kind of like she's just kind of there going along with the plan, but doesn't really have any deeper reason.
Then it's just because I feel if it was anyone other than her sister, she would have probably not been involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, she probably would have just been another student in the class.
Yeah.
Like, say, for example, like, I don't know, just for the sake of the argument, let's say it was Byakuya planning the whole thing, just for the sake of the argument. I don't think Mukuro would have been involved in the plan at all.
Yeah.
Like, if it was anyone else.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Byakuya wouldn't have, like, asked her to, like, join him or anything.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. But no, it is what it is. But I'm glad I'm not like Mukuro. Like just for example, if my sister which she would never do this, but if my sister started planning something like that, I wouldn't help her. Like, I mean, I love my sister, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't help her do that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that she does go along with it.
I think it's because she's become so like. Well, I think part of it, if in some of the extended official media that talks about Mukuro, it mentions a lot of it how like Junko, like, along the lines of like guilt trips her pretty much.
Yeah, well, we kind of even saw that in the what's it called? That like extended chapter.
Oh, the IF or whatever.
Yeah, how like before she decides to go against Junko, Junko had to like keep like reminding her of like what they were doing and why.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah, I think I mean, of course there was, like I said, like I mentioned, some guilt tripping where she was like, she even talked about it during the trial where she mentioned like she hated Mukuro for quote unquote abandoning her to go join Fenrir. And
this is like part of like how to like make up.
Yeah, for abandoning her.
Yeah.
So she sort of got Stockholmed in a way.
Yeah.
Which I think also just being a mercenary kind of. I don't think Mukuro was a super emotional person to begin with. Before Fenrir, because I think Junko even describes as kids, Mukuro always being tough and strong. But I imagine being a mercenary kind of takes away what little kind of genuine emotional attachment you have to a lot of life.
Yeah.
So I imagine she just probably didn't care. Except for she always cared about her sister, so she probably just didn't really care about everyone else.
Yeah.
Just because just being a mercenary probably just removed what bit of care she had for the rest of the world. And it is implied, like, there's like a few things she cares about. Like, she obviously cares about Makoto, but I think it is implied. Like, I think that's probably what happened. She just like I said, for one, I said she kind of got Stockholmed, and then also, like I said, probably just didn't have much emotional attachment toward anything else.
Yeah.
Which is really sad if you think about it, but it's even sadder if you know the context as to like what happens to her, and it's like, oh, she did all this work anyway and she gets killed for it.
Yeah.
When she didn't even know that was going to happen. Like, that's actually that's like, you don't think about it until you like go back and talk about it, but like of how messed up that actually is. Like to do all this stuff for your sister, and to have your sister who is obsessed with this despair, even admits that she loves you, and she kills you anyway.
Yeah.
For the sake of experiencing despair, and I'm like, you don't think about how messed up that is until you really think about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't imagine like a messed up love like that to where you would kill someone because you love them. And I know like that does happen in some contexts with people who are like mentally sick.
Yeah.
But yeah. And that would be
I think that specific thing comes up in a lot of like Batman comics.
Yeah, it kind of does. Now that I think about it, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the people that Batman fights are not the most mentally stable of people.
No. That's why most of them go to an asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was my guess too. The memories we lost are memories of our school life. We've already spent a considerable amount of time after entering Hope's Peak Academy. That day, something caused us to lose all our memories after the entrance ceremony.
You guys, since when did you find out? At least for me, it was in the ballroom. There didn't seem to be any clues about it.
Not too long ago, Kinjo, Makaru told us after you fainted in the class trial. Let's continue where we left off before this obvious story about people being different. What do you mean by that?
As I mentioned before, I grew up meeting you at Hope's Peak Academy. It was quite different for me at the time of admission. Not just me. In our 79th classroom, there were a lot of kids who had a bad past or wrong values. And there were a lot of people who were bad at socializing.
There's a lot of people in this class who are not the best of people.
Mm-hmm. Like Kazuna and like even Higa is kind of
he's kind of like a sort of a.
He's definitely that kind of like dumb jock.
He's like that. He's like that typical high school like football jock. I think everyone knows in high school that is just like super cocky, but still like actually skilled at what they do. And he's kind of just
arrogant.
He's kind of arrogant, but like not like a bully, but definitely just super arrogant.
Yeah.
And you have like a lot of bad people who are bad at socializing, like Ayame, Kenji, Teruya, even Haru.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Including me. However, when most of us were in a similar circumstance, we helped each other, gave each other trust, and we lived together. So most of the guys would have grown up and opened their hearts to everyone.
So what? Talk about the conclusion. What does this have to do with being the mastermind?
Hold on. In order to bring different people together in such a ruthless way, he was always at the center of it.
Oh, okay. So someone else was apparently involved. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not what I thought. Oh no, I was mistaken of the context. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking like someone who brought everyone together, like influencing. No, he's talking about who put them in the situation inadvertently. I get what he's saying now.
Yeah.
Okay, I was mistaken.
Yeah. I think I know what you're thinking ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Yamato Kisaragi. Kisaragi?
That guy was also our classmate? Yeah, that's what I thought. He was the guy who got cut out of the picture.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, it was kind of obvious from the flashback, at least.
Yeah, because like we mentioned that he wasn't there and he should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, in retrospect, you mentioned his name when you entered the courtroom yesterday.
Now you understand? What is unnatural about that self-introduction you thought was the last memory before being here?
When the self-introduction happened, Hisaragi was not there.
Yeah, he was the only one not present at the
Yeah.
introductions. And you think he would be,
Yeah.
unless he wasn't there at all. Well, no. Even if he wasn't there for the introduction, and maybe for, like, the first part of the school year, you think they would have run into him eventually.
Yeah.
Because he seemed to recognize them,
Yeah.
at the very least.
Then what? That memory was manipulated? No, then what was our last memory?
It's hard to see that manipulation. What else would it be? It's for a fact that Kisaragi was there when I first introduced myself in my memory. So he was there.
Okay.
It also coincides with the fact that the teachers were late and introducing ourselves while waiting. Crucially, the conversation I had with you guys during self-introduction also coincides. With a few exceptions.
By how much people were different.
For example, Kurakawa.
Yeah, she was way more talkative.
Yeah, she wasn't talkative during the self-introductions.
No, she
in
wasn't.
our memory.
No. Kurokawa.
I'm going to ask you guys now who don't have any memories of our school life. Would you believe if Kurakawa actually had a louder and more cheerful personality than Satsuki or Kyoka? No?
Nope.
That woman? I don't believe it. Even if I went to sleep, I can't imagine it.
Makako was originally like that. She was a lively mood maker that rivaled Haruhiko. You're kidding me, right?
Wait. Then that was probably...
It's true. I couldn't believe it after my memory came back. Why did such a bright and lively girl change like that?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I was asking earlier. It's like, what
What changed her?
changed her personality so drastically?
Yeah.
And why was it so important that happened to
Yeah.
cover things up?
Hmm.
Unless it was like an unintentional side effect, but
She could have done...
I don't
It
think
could have
so.
been like what happened to Kyoko in a way where they removed the memory of her talent, but not the skill. So it's something sort of like that where they had to remove part of that personality of her, or the memory of her being that
Yeah.
way. I don't know.
But why?
Yeah, what would have been the point of that?
It's like everyone else.
It seemed to be the
Well,
same.
I shouldn't say everyone else. Maeda specifically has a completely different
Demeanor right now.
personality than he did.
He'll probably mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenji will probably mention that in a minute. That girl in my memory, from the time she introduced herself, she already had a dark aura, but joy seemed to miss in that woman. Didn't she just grow tired playing with others?
That's probably not the case. She's been so chatty ever since she introduced herself. It was a very memorable moment.
Wait a minute. But at the time of the self-introduction, I remember, Kenjo, you spoke with the silent Kurokawa, right?
It's also possible that we were played by the mastermind at the time. No way. That self-introduction was fake?
I'm trying to think how that would happen.
Okay, so what if the I wonder if like the entire memory of the self-introduction wasn't changed, but entirely fabricated.
How would you do that?
I don't know. Because otherwise no one they shouldn't have remembered a silent Kurakawa.
Yeah.
They would have just remembered her as she was at the time and not how she was during the murder.
Unless it is like the first game where when we met everyone for the first time, it wasn't actually the first time.
Yeah. I don't know exactly, but from my point of view, when my memory returned, I felt like there was a similar number 2 introduction.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
When I woke up in my room a while ago, somehow that strange woman was with me. She said that this is the real me.
Strange woman? Kanai Taira? You spoke to her in the end. This girl is also different from how she looked at school after being with us. The woman gave everyone her name and treated them with respect.
That sudden change of that girl wasn't her personality. It's just that her original self came.
Yeah, no matter how many times you try, it's not enough. I don't know if she was acting or something else, but she's been pretending to play tricks on us who have lost our memories.
All was just an act? The Akane I've known so far.
Yeah, that's the question. How much of Akane was real? Because she definitely acted like she was just as confused as everyone else. But was that genuine?
Yeah.
You know, we've talked about, like, was the murder of Kazuna really as much of an accident as she claimed? And did she really not remember that she was Ultimate Despair before being
Hit with the trigger word.
Yeah.
Because this is the real me. The one Maeda-sama knew. The stupidly bright one, and all those reactions were all fake.
It can't be.
Hold up, was that really acting? There was one hypothesis, but I think it's possible that the mastermind erased their own memories like us.
Erasing one's memory. Indeed. It is a certain possibility, but not only, but I think it's unlikely. If that happens, not only will the sense of purpose disappear, but the girl's subordinate, the ultimate despair who used such a reckless method.
If it was acting, when you pointed out the mastermind, she continued to deny it, right? It's suspicious that she screamed as soon as she heard the words ultimate despair, that she dared to reveal her identity. I'm also concerned about what Monokuma said. You have returned.
Yeah, that's weird. So that does give credence that something happened to her too. That she changed to something that even confused Monokuma as to why she did that.
Yeah.
Because obviously Monokuma knew that she was the quote-unquote mastermind, but was even himself kind of probably weirded out that she wasn't acting like he knew.
Mm-hmm. I don't know anymore. Akane, who even promised to defeat the mastermind? Together, all of us. Calm down. It's not the memory loss that matters now. This is just a tool used against us for the mastermind's purpose. The real deal is to defeat the mastermind and get out of here.
How are we going to win? There's also Monokuma in the mastermind's side.
To win, we need strength. To gain strength, we first need knowledge. There are things I need to tell you guys first. The greatest and worst...
Now we're getting into it.
Okay.
Now we're getting
The
into it.
greatest and worst is that a mistranslation? It was the
It's like the
what's
biggest and most
original word?
awful.
Yeah, the biggest, most awful event in human history in Junko Inoshima.
So it is tied into the first game.
Yeah.
We were waiting on this. So how does Junko tie into these guys?
Yeah.
Junko. Inoshima?
That thing of human history. The newspaper Maeda found on the 5th floor.
Explain it.
The worst and most desperate event in human history. That was.
That's it. Huh, okay. Oh, hello.
You.
How is she moving like that?
I don't know.
I don't know what
Like I
she's
said,
doing there.
There seems to be something amiss.
Yeah. Kinjo-sama, if you talk that far, you're out. That wouldn't be much fun now, would it? I don't care about the fun.
What? That move is... What? Back Dublin? Shut up, you rotten criminal girl. Where do you have the right to restrict my actions?
If you want to write, there is one. Monokuma-sama. There's no rule saying he can't say that stuff. Like, there's no rule for that.
Mm-hmm. Yahoo! Did you call me?
Do not forget, I'm the owner of this place now, you got it? I can turn you all into a beehive just by giving orders to Monokuma-sama here. So she could literally just tell him to kill us.
Yeah. Apparently.
The surveillance camera.
Yeah. Your life is a lantern in front of the wind. You better not disobey.
Monokuma-sama, now that your business is over, disappear.
Huh? What's with the cold treatment? Monokuma-sama is a little hurt.
Doing. In that regard, it's no fun if Kinjo-sama says useless things, so I'll put a ban on Kinjo-sama from now on. That's stupid. That's bullshit, dude.
What?
That's
So she's banning him from talking about, well, what actually happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess even as the mastermind, it's possible that he didn't intend for him to get as many memories as he did back.
Yeah.
So, for the purpose of the last trial, I guess they have to keep things under wrap.
Yeah.
Why?
No big deal. Until the final class trial is held in a little while, you just have to not disclose the truth that Kinjo-sama knows to the others.
Class trial? Did you just say class trial?
I mentioned this story before, that one that fanfic I've talked about before of like the alternate timeline thing. It reminds me, like, in the book that retells the first game, I think it is mentioned that in the final trial, I think it's in this one, in the final trial, Mukuro, who's still alive, can't disclose the truth of a lot of things until the trial starts. I think it was that one, but it just kind of reminds me of that.
Did you say class trial? We have to do a class trial? You bastard. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're going to block our own information now.
What are you talking about? It's the opposite. I'll give you time to investigate. Since the class trial will be held and leave you enough clues. Because it's not really interesting to hear from Kinjo-sama before this. Honestly, that's, what's with that? Kinjo-sama's memories came back. This is very unexpected.
So did she not expect that to happen?
It looks like no.
Whatever the case, it looks like you really are the mastermind. So what is this last class trial? Are you going to have us kill each other again? I won't do that, didn't I tell you? The murder class trials are already over. From here on out, it's a bonus stage, and I'm only fulfilling the promise I made with that person.
Oh, so that's probably Junko.
It's already over for you guys.
I don't know what you're saying at all, but I get a bad feeling about it. That's what I say. So what's the conclusion? What are you going to do?
Well, shall we give it a try? Okay, from now on, I'll open all the locked areas in this place.
Finally! Finally we can get into like all the rooms I've been curious about.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I knew they were going to open them in 6, but I wanted to know what did all these rooms.
Yeah. What now?
And I'll put a lot of clues here and there. Please do your best to investigate and prepare for the upcoming class trial. Investigation? An investigation for what? There hasn't been a murder, so you want us to find out about the memories then. The truth of all the events. You always wondered, right? Please find out and tell me the truth about this murderous class life.
What?
If you can figure out the truth behind all the incidents, and if it's the correct answer, I'll get everyone out of here safely.
Is that really true?
However, if you make the wrong reasoning where you can't give an answer, well, at this point, even if I don't tell you, you would know, right?
What's that? Are you really letting us out? If it's just that, then no problem. We have Kinjo, who has regained his memories. Furia, hold on a minute.
You're so confident. As far as the class trial, the evaluation will be fair. If you look carefully at the clues I have prepared, there's a good chance you'll win. So from now on, please start the investigation for the last class trial. See you at the court later. Wait, stay put. Is this truth of all the incidents only to investigate the essential incidents that we are in? Yes, but what does that question mean?
What will happen to Yamato Kisaragi and Mikako Kurukawa's truth? Oh, right, I guess in the first game we did have to figure out what actually happened to Mukuro. So I guess we have to figure out what happened to them, too.
Yeah.
The last murder case involving those guys was strange to anyone. The murder weapon was unknown, the class trial ended abruptly, and the execution was cut short. What is the mystery regarding that case? Shouldn't the point be explored?
Me. Makaru-sama too. Do you really care so much about that case?
It's because I didn't have any conviction. I didn't understand it. Just as you said before, a class trial is held with fairness seemed to be completely twisted.
we can't say for sure if the culprit was Mikako Kurokawa. Of course the culprit is Monokuma. What? She just told us? What? Huh?
Yeah, I had a feeling about this.
Yeah. We both thought that too. I think we both kind of came to that conclusion.
Yeah, because it didn't make sense that Makako would want, like, did actually have a motive. And Monokuma was obviously trying to
Speed it up.
this.
Monokuma-sama was the one who incapacitated the two people with the gas. That's funny. Monokuma-sama was the one who exploded Kisaragi-sama's chest. So it was him. Monokuma-sama did things such as moving the paralyzed Kurokawa-sama to his liking, moving the blood around and making her pick up the kitchen knife. Oh, this is funny. This is actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
In addition, everything else, such as hanging the bedsheets in the ballroom to the ballroom and opening the private room, etc., was performed by Monokuma-sama. I think we did kind of come to that conclusion that he was the one who could have opened the door.
Yeah.
I think we both kind of pieced that together.
Yeah.
The culprit is him. That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's a funny subversion.
Yeah. But it is interesting how that didn't cause them to, quote, lose the game.
Yes. It's like with Makoto in the first game, like the vote was wrong, but yet he said it was right and everyone lived.
Yeah. So I wonder what would have happened if they had gotten it wrong before that. If they aren't trying to cover something up, I guess they execute everyone as normal.
Yeah.
What? Don't mess with me.
No, I don't know for sure, but want to see it? Then let me ask you, Monokuma-sama. Doing.
Did you call me? Last time you told me to leave earlier.
Monokuma-sama. Was it Monokuma-sama who killed Kisaragi-sama?
Eh? Was I caught? What? What?
I thought so. In fact, the alibis itself were so perfect, it was impossible to commit the crime unless you teleport.
No, to be precise, it's a little bit different for me. It was something like that anyway. What's with the teleporting thing, though?
Yeah. I imagine maybe when we go to the data room, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Like, how is Akane able to move like she's doing, and how does Monokuma get around so quick?
Because it's not like in the first game where there's spares everywhere. This time it's admitted there's only the one.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean since it happened after I passed out. But one thing is for certain, Monokuma broke the rules. No! I mean, it's not exactly me. Whether you killed him or not, it's certain that you blame the innocent Kurokawa. Am I wrong? True. That was unavoidable. I don't know. Don't worry about what's done and over.
Boink. Do you see now? Monokuma did it. What then? What the hell was the class trial for? Actually, I don't know the details myself because Monokuma-sama did it on his own.
Okay, so that gives credence to your theory that Monokuma is completely autonomous, doing things of his own volition, as it were.
Yeah. He's not being controlled by
Akane.
by Akane in the same way that
Junko was
Junko
controlling him.
controlled him the first time.
Okay. That is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of resolving the events that happened to the last champion again, aren't you?
Huh?
What the hell do you mean champion? Don't make weird words. I guess he meant don't say weird things.
Or maybe.
Don't make weird words. It's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
And Monokuma did what? He won it after all. You're saying that Monokuma is really an artificial intelligence doll?
Well, I prepared several clues, including that, so try your best to investigate. For real this time.
Wait a minute.
Maeda-sama, what else? I want to start it.
Are you really Akane Taira?
Yuki?
Yes, I'm Akane Taira. You know that not being aware of this is an escape from reality. Nothing more, nothing less, right? Please make a wise judgment. Well then, shall we really start? Kinjo-sama, please remain silent until the trial begins. I really hope you find the truth.
Okay. Damn it. Akane.
Yuki, come to your senses. That's no longer the Akane Taira you knew. This must have been her true form. It is odd, though.
Yeah.
It feels like asking that question, are you Hane, implies that it's not.
I don't know.
You know, it's like, is she almost like a reverse what's her name? From to
which character?
the gamer girl.
Oh, Chiaki.
Yeah, like, is she like a reverse Chiaki? Like, she isn't real, but it's like some kind of like AI or something sent to control the situation.
Maybe.
You're kidding me. You're just going to throw it away without even giving a proper conclusion? Fine, that's it. Even if it comes to this, I'll reveal the truth.
Still, they keep us alive and give us a chance like this. It looks like they've been looking to do it for a while, but I'm certain we can do this. Like it or not, the time has come to put an end to this terrible nightmare. We have no choice but to do it.
We have no choice. None. Just like when we
I wonder
examined
if-
Maki's body. What?
Yeah, I wonder if this implies that Kinjo will make it all the way to the very end here. Because I definitely would not have expected that.
Yeah. I honestly, well,
before they introduced Kisaragi, I thought he and Makako were going to be the ones who died in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Before they introduced him. When they introduced Kisaragi, and I was like, no, he's probably dead.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just like when we were investigating Tomori's body. Like when we were investigating the bodies of Yamaguchi and Inori. Just like when I saw Haruhiko's body. Just like when we had to see Kisaragi's body. It's not a matter of wanting to or not to. Wanting or not to. Wanting or not want to. It's the only thing you have to do. It's the only things you have to do. The fatigue that we don't know why we are given a chance. The unending anxiety about whether we can really know the truth or not. A vague sense of fear that comes from being at the crossroads of life and death again. But right now, I feel the biggest emotion. The feeling of being betrayed by someone you loved. No, the feeling of despair that comes from losing someone important to me. And rage. Oh, rage. Oh, I'll do it. There's only one L there. Way to screw up on that on like one of the biggest moments of your game.
Yeah.
I'll finish everything with betrayal, despair, anger mixed with grief and sadness. As if drowning in curiosity, my reason began to step out and put an end to this academy of despair. I'm just wondering how he ties into everything.
Yeah.
Chapter 6, Another Despair Academy, Together Forever. Okay. So odd title. Alright. I think everyone went to investigate. Let's hurry up to Akane. No, according to the words of the mastermind, all the places that have been locked until now were opened. If it's a place that's been locked up until now, the information processing room and the headmaster's room. Office on the 4th floor, the locked room at the end of the 5th floor, and finally the 2nd floor student dormitory. They wouldn't have opened the entrance to the front door, so the exception is there. In any case, the only way to escape from this nightmare is to uncover the truth. Let's do our best to investigate. Entrusting ourselves with this boiling rage. Alright, I'm saving the game. I don't want to go through that dialogue again. Alright, let's get underway. Let's go over here since we're here already. I'm curious as to what's up here. It said it's the 2nd student dorm, but... Okay, what's in here? Is this the 2nd floor dormitory? Without any decoration, it's pretty normal. Come to think of it, the 2nd floor dormitory was the closest, but I didn't pay much attention to it. It was an unknown space that was locked until the 5th floor of the school was open. I'm sure there must be some clues here. Let's investigate. Yuki, wait. Who's talking here? Oh, it's Kinjo. Kinjo.
You were here. I was looking for you.
For me, what for?
I had something I wanted to ask Yuki. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I don't mind.
I couldn't tell you this before because it was in front of everyone. Actually, like Kirikawa, there was one more person who had a different personality as of now.
It's us, isn't it? Because he doesn't know what Kisaragi was like just then.
Yeah.
It's probably us. Really, who was it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It was you, Yuki.
What?
For me, when my memories came back, Yuki used to be really cold before this happened. Of course, this doesn't mean that you weren't cooperative or that you were ruthless. But somehow I felt like you were trying to build a wall when dealing with other people.
Wait a second, what are you saying? Of course there have been times when I was a little shy at first, but I was rather communicative since the beginning.
That's why I'm asking this. Are you really Yuki Maeda?
What are you talking about, Kinjo? If I'm not Yuki Maeda, then who the hell am I?
The Yuki I know from school never felt like this. To be honest, you never even spoke in months. That would be a shock to realize that we were just some other person, and we aren't even Yuki.
Us, yeah.
But Yuki, after joining this place, is different. It wasn't just once or twice you tried to support me when I was wrong. That's why I want to ask, which is the real Yuki?
The real me? Because this is the real me that Maeda-sama knew. The stupidly bright one, and all those reactions and emotions were all fake.
Fake? No way, I'm Yuki Maeda. This hasn't changed ever since I was born. Kendra, why are you talking like this?
I'm sorry, Yuki. I didn't mean to confuse you. Even saying something like this will only produce more mysteries than answers. He's not wrong, I guess.
Yeah.
But that is because I want to believe in you this much. In today's Yuki Maeda, regardless of why you changed or whoever you are, the fact that you are now in a life or death friend and comrade fighting together remains the same. The fact that you've supported everyone since we came together here hasn't changed. So what I mean is, it was my mistake. So I want you to forget about it. Sorry I interrupted the investigation.
That's fine, but you are allowed to say. But are you allowed to say these things? I mean, Kinjo is a band now. Hello.
It's a little bit, so no problem. Akane's special permission will be allowed this time.
You wicked. What are you here for?
Oh well, if I don't tell you like this, Monokuma-sama might say cast chalet, you know, salhe,
I have no idea.
you know. Go to dock? What? Actually, it's so close that it's hard to judge, but it was actually a pretty fine play from Kinjo-sama, so it was nice of you, thank you.
You're noisy. Just looking at your face is painful, so hurry up and leave. She just walked out that time.
Walk out.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah.
How very odd.
Yeah. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
It could be all that, fish.
Yeah.
Yuki.
Damn it. With Akane's face, with Akane's voice. Don't say things like that, damn it.
I understand how you feel, but now you have to accept reality. That was Akane Taira's true nature. And you really need to forget what I said before. Because that Yuki from the past, the real Yuki, is the one here right now. Let's make sure, let's defeat the mastermind and get out of here together.
Okay. But Monokuma's up here. I am Yuki Maeda. Even if my memory disappeared, the fact does not change. I am me. Kinjo must have said it because he's worried about me as well. Like Kinjo said, I'll definitely escape from here with my friends. I'll return to my family. To my family. There's no way that his past, like the way his personality changed, and all those weird dreams and all like inner voice is not relevant somehow.
Yeah, that's going to be. It's gonna result in some kind of like big reveal at some point. I feel.
What
Whatever.
you?
Go to the first electrical room.
Huh?
Go to the first electrical room.
Okay. What is he plotting? So which one is it? Third electrical room. Fourth. So are these all just power rooms?
Yeah, some kind of wiring.
First, okay.
Okay.
So, computer. The computer is turned on.
There's a notepad with clues organized on this computer for each electrical room. You should read them.
So,
Okay, it's just-
so this isn't like a dormitory, like a second floor dorm. It literally is just a bunch of power rooms.
Yeah.
But for what? I mean, I know this is like a technology company building, but I'm trying to think of why they'd have it like this.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a trap. I'll take a look. So what are we gonna find here? Oh, that's our class.
And it's running on Windows Vista.
That was what my dad's old computer used to run on.
Yeah. I'd recognize that
That background.
that wallpaper anywhere.
Yeah. Outline of the 79th freshman at Hope's Peak Academy.
Although this game was probably programmed on a computer running Windows Vista.
Yeah, if it was like 2011, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope's Peak. Sorry.
That's probably the screenshot of his like actual desktop background.
That would be cool.
Of the guy who made this.
Yeah. Hope's Peak Academy scouts talented Ultimate students every year to nurture and research their talents. Generally, a small number of people are selected. However, a certain incident occurred after the 78th graders entered the school. Okay. Okay, so that's the first. That's Makoto's class.
Yeah. Are they talking about the
The game, I guess. This
the
incident.
game or the
Tragedy.
reserve student?
I don't know.
riot?
The incident took a
Maybe.
toll on the survival of Hope's Peak Academy, and the ultimate goal was stopped. In the end, the school side, who could not give up until the point, changed the schedule a bit and rushed to recruit the next freshman.
Yeah, I think they're referencing the reserve student riot.
Well, I almost want to
something
say
like
it's like the game ended, so the school tried to start back up again after the end of the first game. I don't know.
I think were like the people who like the board even still alive at that point.
The steering committee?
Yeah.
No, they were dead.
Yeah.
No, they were dead before the events of the first game even started.
Because unless it was the Hope Foundation.
The Future Foundation, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who would have been able to start up the school again.
Yeah, I don't know. A few months earlier than usual, and these are the 79th freshmen who entered the same year as the 78th graders. It was clever. It was a clever intention of Hope's Peak to cover up some incident in the name of a new student. Okay. The contents of the file ended there. Oh. Oh, hello! So that's the second game. So maybe you are correct. I don't know. Confidential information about Izuru Kamakura. Hope's Peak Academy had an ultimate goal. It studied high school students with numerous talents in order to bring a superhuman student with all talents. So the second game was out at this point. I guess that confirms it.
Yeah.
And they knew about it.
Because Izuru
Was not in the first game at all. It was not even mentioned.
Yeah.
In other words, to artificially create the ultimate Hope. After a very long research, Hope's Peak Academy successfully created the ultimate Hope, and he was named Izuru Kamakura, and named after the founder of the academy. However, the symbol of Hope, Izuru Kamakura, was in an incomplete state, and a certain event occurred. The academy was disappointed the experiment had failed, but it was almost complete. To further spur this research, in order to pursue perfection with greed, they accepted new students at an earlier time usual and implemented the Izuru Kamakura project once again. Wait, so that's us. So, wait, did they experiment on our class? That would explain why he's so... What if that's us that they experiment on? That would explain why he's so apathetic in that flashback.
Yeah.
That could have explained why he was so apathetic. Dude. However, despite the ambitious plan, the goal was not achieved due to a greater incident that followed, because that event caused Hope's Peak Academy, as well as the whole world, to start walking the prelude to collapse.
Okay, so that was the...
That's the tragedy.
Yeah, tragedy.
The contents of the file ended there. What is all this?
So it does sound like the initial reserve student riot thing before the tragedy,
Which is canonically correct.
Caused them to
Scout early.
To try to complete the Kamakura project.
The admission period was adjusted earlier than usual, so I was admitted at an unusual time. That is the 79th class's story. This is talking about us. It is true that we entered at a different time than the other students, however the atmosphere was free and unconventional. I didn't pay attention to the nature of the school. According to the file, it said that our admission date was just because some events that had happened. And that person presumed to have caused the incident was Izuru Kamakura, described in the second file. The incident, I guess that's the council killing game, the student council dying. I guess that's the event.
Was that
the tragedy
yeah.
of Hope's Peak?
Yeah.
Maybe these guys were brought in to replace them.
Yeah.
Ultimate hope. What in the world happened besides Hope's Peak Academy? The whole world was in danger. It's like, yeah, that. It's like what I found on the 5th floor, the greatest, most desperate event in human history. It's similar to that. But there's nothing written about the event, only increased my curiosity.
Go to the second electrical room.
Alright, let's go over there. This guy keeps appearing and disappearing. It's like it's guiding us. But in order to know the truth, I have to move. This backstory may be in the next place. Let's hurry. 79th Hope's Peak classroom has been recorded in the bullets. Izuru Kamakura has been recorded in the bullets. Alright. I kind of like that idea, like some of these ideas. Okay. The power on the computer is on. See, there are files similar to the previous ones open here too. So what do we have here? The biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak. Okay, so this is the student council's deaths. An unprecedented case in which the ultimate hope, Izuru Kamakura, suddenly murdered 13 members of the student council. That's what I thought. It was clear the incident would cause a huge blow to Hope's Peak, and the Academy hid the incident in the end, which is true. That's canonically correct. But by a certain student, this incident was spread to the students of Hope's Peak Academy without the sounds of rumor. So that was Junko who did that. This led to a radical demonstration on the reserve department students who were dissatisfied with the treatment. Okay, so the reserve course is canon in this universe, which makes sense if the second game is canon. Okay, so this is actually kind of confirming some of those details we were unsure about that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, which is right. And Hope's Peak Academy began to slowly collapse. That's correct. The content of the file ended there. Report on the worst and most desperate event in human history. So this is the tragedy at large. After the biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy happened, a large-scale protest took place, centering on the students of the preparatory department who found out about it. So the preparatory, that's the reserve course. Okay.
So that's what they were talking about in the
classroom with the riot, like with how Yamaguchi got hurt. Okay.
So he was involved with trying to
stop it or to
stop the riot in some way.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
The behavior gradually turned violent and accelerated on the collapse of Hope's Peak Academy. It grew out of control. Numerous desperate incidents accelerated throughout multiple media, through multiple media were read over and over in Hope's Peak Academy, as well as the world itself was about to be engulfed in despair. And the heart of this unspeakable events were they. They were called Ultimate Despair. Is that the remnants of despair, or is that just Junko and Mukuro?
I would imagine that's probably all concluded.
That's all what?
I would say that that's probably like the remnants.
Okay,
because
so Class 77.
I believe, according to this, I don't know. I don't know if they would reveal that Junko is like directly the ultimate despair.
Okay.
But it depends on who's writing this document, I guess.
Yeah, contents of the file ended there. The most desperate incident in the history of Hope's Peak Academy? Was this case committed by the man named Izuru Kamakura? What kind of human was he? The preparatory department, I know it well. They are ordinary students, unlike ultimate students who are scouted with special talents. Like us, they pay huge sums, but they pay huge sums of money in order to receive ordinary classes, so to speak. Ordinary for ordinary people. They are similar to me in that they do not have any special talents, but the way that such people enter Hope's Peak Academy is through the reserve course, not with ultimate luck like me. And the greatest, most desperate event in human history. The contents of the newspaper clippings were also true. Before we lost our memories, the incident was caused by the ultimate despair, and Hope's Peak Academy, as well as the world, fell into crisis. Yeah, now that I think about it, that note found in the library on the second floor. The note said Hope's Peak Academy closed. I heard it from Makaru that this building may not be Hope's Peak. However, apart from that, the real Hope's Peak Academy was closed. When we look at how much time has passed since we lost our memories and the series of desperate events that happened in between, it's not unreasonable that Hope's Peak closed its door. But the reason for committing this horrendous thing is the ultimate despair? The ultimate maid. No, that's a mistake. The ultimate despair, Akane Taira. Please take care of me, Maeda-sama, Kinjo-sama, Makaru-sama, Otori-sama. All these incidents. She did all of them? No, I don't think so. Well, we know that it wasn't her that caused the tragedy.
Yeah.
Why? No better question, how?
Is somehow related to,
Junko.
I guess, the remnants of despair?
Maybe.
Or Izuru or something.
Even if you have the power to lock us up and make a killing game, can you really destroy the world with just one power? No, wait. They call themselves Ultimate Despair, right? In plural. Yeah, okay, that implies there's more than one, so.
Yeah.
So that could be Junko and Mukuro referring to them, or that could be referring to Class 77.
Yeah.
I imagine that they'll tell us about them at some point.
Yeah,
It's
because they are definitely crucial to understanding.
Yeah. Not possible for the Ultimate Despair to be an individual. What the hell does Ultimate Despair mean? Probably going to the third room, yeah.
If you want to know what's next, go to the third electrical room.
Alright. I'm getting closer to the truth. Feels that way. Biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy out of the bullets. You can check it out in the bullets menu. The world's most desperate event in human history has been out of the bullets. Okay, let's go to the third room. I imagine it's this one. Is this the third? Yeah. Oh, Makaru's in here. Hello. Ah, Makaru. What? Are you here? You are here too. By any chance, Makaru, did Monokuma ask you to investigate here and there? Well, that's right. It's not like I'm on a treasure hunt, and I don't like step-by-step information gathering. If it's okay, can we watch it together? You're trying to check out the contents of the PC? Go ahead. Alright. Makaru moved her mouse to open files similar to the previous ones. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that's Junko.
Yeah.
Okay, Ultimate Despair. The talents nurtured at Hope's Peak Academy, and its nurture Hope's Peak Academy is hope and the future for humanity. However, there were there were those who used such talents for not hope, but for despair. That is what the group called Ultimate Despair, which is centered around the original Ultimate Despair, Junko and Oshima. Okay, so it is talking about the remnants of despair.
Yeah.
Okay. She is worshipped like a goddess among Ultimate Despairs and is the object of longing for all Ultimate Despair students. The contents of the file under there, okay.
Wow, so the Ultimate Despair is a group, not an individual. Even so, how can a single student create an event that can change the world? Also, Makaru, that person was named Junko Enoshima, or Junk Enoshima, as it says right there.
Junk.
That's the name Kenjo mentioned. Alright, be silent. There's still one file left. Sorry. Confidential information, murder, class life. Is that the first game? Okay, here we go. Junko Enoshima, the leader of Ultimate Despair, prepared some kind of plan to further spread despair that is eroding into the world. For that purpose, they made a murderous class life by erasing the memories of the Hope's Peak Academy 78th freshmen. Okay, so this is the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Who are recorded as the only survivors, as the only surviving ones, and made them kill each other. For the implementation of this plan, Junko Enoshima was mixed with the same class for 4 years and prepared various facilities necessary for the plan. Also, for this upcoming plan, a worldwide simultaneous broadcast, was based on the technology of the Toa group. Oh, okay, so we get Ultra Despair Girls reference. Okay. Because that was not introduced at all until Despair Girls. The preparations were completed and there were no holes. A perfect plan was executed. If this plan is implemented and the last living creatures were symbols of hope killing each other while being revealed to the world would be engulfed in despair even more. The content of the file ended there. Oh boy. Murder class life? Makaru, how did this happen? Now it's clear that this is live around the world. I mean, the surveillance camera's here. All of us so far. You fool, it's not like that. Look at the article. Obviously, we experienced a murder class life, but the target written in this class file is Hope's Peak Academy's 78th class. Oh, that's right, we're the 79th. Yeah, then there were more. Are you saying there were more students other than us living a murder class life besides us? If the plan is carried out, seeing that it is written, it seems the 78th class are not yet in the same circumstance as us. So is this before? No, it implies that it has already happened.
Yeah.
Before that, there was something strange about the file. The only survivors of Hope's Peak? Come to think of it. What would that mean? We, the 79th class, are living here now, right? What the hell are they talking about? One thing is for sure. A bitch named Junko Enoshima is the source of everything that happens outside. They said she was the leader of the Ultimate Despair. Then, is the woman who revealed herself before us a subordinate of Junko Enoshima? It's very likely. They said they had an appointment with a certain person in the trial. It's very likely that person they were talking about was named Junko Enoshima. But the only survivors, the 78th class, is at stake. Besides, we can't find out the truth with these fragmentary files.
If you're curious about what's next, go to the 4th electrical room.
Alright, what's in there? Let's go. Maybe the 4th electrical room has the answer. If you're going, go alone. I need to reread this file again. Little by little, clues to the situation we're in are sticking out in our heads. But there's this worrisome feeling that something is going wrong. Ultimate Despair has been added to the bullets. Murder class life has been added to the bullets. Alright, what's in this room? What do we have on here? The computer is turned on. Let's see, this is the last electrical room. What clues does it have this time? Okay, so this is the Kisaragi Foundation. Kisaragi Foundation X file. The Ultimate Despair student required enormous technical assistance to carry out their work. No matter how great they were, their abilities were limited in the end. So they requested assistance from the Kisaragi Foundation, an underground company that does not appear on the surface. Their lack of exposure to the media also played a part in their selection. In addition, the successor of the Foundation was just entering the Academy as the Ultimate Inventor, and in some cases they were going to ask for aid even if he was to be taken hostage. However, somehow the Foundation knew more than expected and was preparing a countermeasure. In order to receive their aid, they had to suffer huge losses. As a result, judging various gains and losses, we decided to withdraw our hands from them. In the end, the Kisaragi Foundation had nothing to do with the cooperation of the Toa group, and decided to cut its siege just in case.
So, okay, so that implies that Yamato had nothing to do directly with the events of this game.
Yeah.
So at least he intentionally had nothing to do with this whole scenario being set up.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what we thought. The contents of the file ended there. Ultimate Despair external agents. What? What is this? Is this talking about the 77th class again? The Ultimate Despair was natural, but with outstanding talent. It is a group made of students from Hope's Peak. Okay, so this is probably the remnants of Despair.
Yeah.
However, in rare cases, even though they are not students from Hope's Peak Academy, there are agents working outside of Junko Enoshima's eyes. Okay, so there are different people.
Mm-hmm.
These individuals are called Ultimate Despair external agents. Even if they're not ultimate students from the Academy, by lending their strength, it helps their plans and takes the lead of making the world even more desperate. Among those outside agents, there are those who entered Hope's Peak Academy as freshmen and are no longer outside agents. Even though they became Ultimate Despair, they were ambitious middle-aged middle-aged executives who were still in the position of an outside agent. Junko Enoshima also entrusted a special mission to the reinforcements like dummies who were not a part of the original plan, or to people whose life had no longer had value to them. The contents of the file ended there. So, are some of us some of those people?
Yeah, I mean, Akane seems to be part of that. And I guess it's possible that Maeda might have also been a part of that in some way because of his, like, past personality.
Yeah.
It's because it kind of reminds me of the reason why some of the people in Ultra Despair Girls followed Junko.
Yeah, because they didn't see any value in their lives, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the kids, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The content of the file.
And if Yuki felt like his life had no meaning because he couldn't socialize properly, maybe he went along with that as well.
Yeah. The Kisaragi Foundation and the Ultimate Despair external agents. We once suspected the mastermind here was related to the Kisaragi Foundation because the building was related to the Kisaragis. But according to Kenjo, Yamato Kisaragi was also our classmate in the 79th class, like us. And the contents of the file I'm reading now, at first glance, it seems like it is not the mastermind, but rather this organization that fights against the Ultimate Despair. Even in the diary that was supposed to be written by Kisaragi, there was a sentence that said, if this is it, we're safe. Maybe the Kisaragi Foundation tried to protect us, contrary to our suspicions. That's what I thought.
Mhm.
Like he was probably doing the role of the headmaster from the first game, trying to protect everyone else.
Yeah. But if they didn't know Akane was one of the agents, then they couldn't have anticipated all of this going down.
Dude, that makes me feel really bad for him now.
Yeah.
Like, not that I didn't feel bad when he died in the first place, because there was clearly stuff that had been done to him.
Mm-hmm.
And to find out he was just killed by Monokuma just breaking the rules. Like, that's obviously kind of makes you feel bad enough, but finding out that he that we're likely in this building because he was trying to protect us, like, that's really sad.
Yeah.
Then why are we in this situation? Ultimate Despair external agents. Akane, who was a classmate like us, was the Ultimate Despair. Is she an Ultimate Despair external agent? The fact that Junko Enoshima said she entrusted an external agent with a special mission has something to do with our situation? I don't know. I don't know anything. Why are we here?
Congratulations! This is the end of your study of background knowledge.
Background knowledge?
No matter your reason, it's up to your own choice. But since you've lost your memory, you need to know the basic background information, right? You've studied so far.
Don't be funny. After all this, I still don't know anything about our situation.
Geez, aren't you too hasty, Maeda-kun? This isn't the only place with clues. Go to the school side. You'll find more in-depth clues.
Ow. Feels like I've been being toyed around. Toad. Or maybe that's supposed to be Toad, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll definitely find out the truth and flatten that thing's nose. Let's go find the unlocked places in the school side. So I guess you were supposed to come here first.
Yeah.
Kisaragi Foundation added the bullets. Ultimate Spare Eternal Ages added the bullets. Dude, with all this stuff that we found out, I have no idea what we're gonna find over there.
Yeah.
This left a lot of interesting possibilities, and I have no idea what we're gonna find. I'm really curious as to what's in that room on the 5th floor. That was locked. Like, I have no idea what's in there.
And what's going to be in the headmaster's office?
Yeah, because it's obviously, this isn't a school.
Yeah. To have something to do with Monokuma?
Yeah, or maybe more to do with Yamato.
Yeah. Yeah. Possibly.
Oh, Teruya's up here. I've arrived. There must have been rooms on the 4th floor and 5th floor that have not been opened until now. Clearly, the 4th floor is the information processing room in the headmaster's office. There's also an unknown door at the end of the hallway on the 5th floor. Let's move. You got anything useful for me?
Ah, Yuki, stop.
Oh, Teruya, what are you doing over here in the hallway? Investigating?
Yeah, I remember the locked room on the 4th floor, too. Something came to my mind. When I came to the 4th floor...
What comes to mind?
Why is there a ballroom on the 4th floor? I had a sudden thought. The empty room in the ballroom.
Yeah, like, what's up with that? We still haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
Empty room. Ah, that one. I definitely remember an empty, undecorated room in the hallway on the left from the ballroom entrance. I've seen Kenjo, Makaru, and Kurokawa inspect the room a lot, but in the end they didn't seem to notice anything special.
That's it. If they were worried, there's definitely something there. Because of the purpose of that room is still unknown to us. Even if the others who were more coordinated said they couldn't find any more clues, what would happen if I searched outside of it?
True that something is suspicious, but is there anything unique about the ballroom?
Well, that's true.
I don't think we need to worry about that room. What's important right now is for us to find the truth of the case. Teruya, have you been to the second floor dormitory? Second floor of the student dormitory? There's lots of clues there.
I thought there were 2. I got it. Well, it is right. It's not really time to worry about empty rooms. Yuki, let's get out of here alive.
What if that 5th room on the 5th floor somehow connects to that empty room somehow?
I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's a complete bait just to make us wonder about nothing, but I can't imagine they would bring it up multiple times and it just be nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, surely it can't be nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that like dining area, if like that hadn't been filled, would have been nothing as well. So maybe it was just an extra room not needed for the motive or the or anything.
I don't know.
So. Haruhiko and the others who died will also be cheering us from heaven.
Teruya. Isn't it unreasonable to think that the people who committed murder to the others can go to heaven because they became the Blackened?
What? Yuki, I went out with a lot of effort and made an impressive comment. You don't gotta bring the realistic problem.
Sorry, I was kidding.
Yuki, are you okay? You don't seem to have a lot of energy. No, rather than lack it, you look worried about something. He's so worried about his kind of like split identity, probably.
Yeah.
It's like, even though he said he would kind of like move on from it, that's kind of
Difficult
that's a
to do
tough
that.
thing to just ignore.
I still think it would make sense if he was the other guy who had to undergo the Kamakura project. It would make sense.
Mm-hmm. It's because of Taira. No wonder. I can't think of anything to say to you right now. But still, stay strong. To come all the way here and to give up would be rude to the others. If you don't give up, a road will surely open.
Haruya.
Alright, I'll do my best. First, before checking the first floor, as Yuki said, I'll start from the second floor of the dormitory.
Alright, let's finally get underway here. Even Teruya saw I was worried about her. I really am that easy to see with... Am I really that easy to see with just my face? Alright, let's go check out that data room. I mean, I'm eager to... I'm less curious about this and more curious about that headmaster room, so I want to check this one out first.
Mm-hmm.
Though Ray somehow got... Oh, hell, that's a lot of Monokumas over there.
Yeah, well, that answers that question,
Yeah.
if there were more than one.
Yeah, there's definitely... Okay, there's the surveillance cameras right there.
Yeah.
What was all this? Involuntarily turning my eyes toward the corner, I was startled by an unimaginable sight. Why so many Monokumas? In a long corridor inside the information processing room, the Monokumas were standing in a line in an orderly manner without leaving a gap. What kind of joke is this, Monokuma? Huh? I thought I heard hundreds of laughs right away, but as soon as I realized these Monokumas were immobile. They're just standing, just like it happened several times at the class trial. These Monokumas. The ecology of Monokuma? Whoa! That's funny. It surprised me. Suddenly a strange video played on an LCD monitor attached to the ceiling. Monokuma. He was born in the city of... the year of blank.
Purple.
The year of blank in Toa City. The center of a high-tech and technology. This being moves according to the commands and has enough combat skills to fight an army, but it has difficulty in regards to tactical performance due to a poor AI level. But what if the alter ego developed by the Ultimate Programmer, a student at Host Peak Academy, what if this AI, or AE, were transplanted into Monokuma? Oh, okay, because that AI was so advanced. Okay. Which is why Shirokuma and Kurokuma were able to operate with a similar AI to it.
Yeah.
And operate independently.
Yeah.
Okay. That's sort of like our theory that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate despair student caught eye on this fact and experimentally created an alter ego that completely copied its entire personality. Okay, so that's the alter ego Junko that they were talking about.
Yeah.
The research has progressed to the stage where the chip it contains can be implanted into Monokuma. Now only the tests are left. Will this symbol of art on despair technology be successful? To be continued. What?
So, the Monokuma we've been seeing here is an AI copy of
Junko's AI.
Junko
Yeah,
pretending
Junko's
to be Monokuma.
Yeah.
Is like the best way to put it.
What did it just... Another one.
That alter ego is me!
What?
It's easy to say. Like, way easier than artificial intelligence. But at a higher level of technology.
Don't be ridiculous. This can't be some kind of science fiction. At our current scientific intelligence, it's impossible to create with just scientific manpower.
Is that so? Maeda-kun, do you know anything about the Toa Group?
Toa Group? You mean the high-tech IT company? I don't know much, but of course I know that a company has great technology, but to have an AI like yours...
Maeda is so naive. It's not like that. What's more, you'd be surprised to know who my parents are.
I'm pretty sure that he's technically talking about Chihiro and Junko.
Yeah.
I believe it's technically who he's talking about. Excuse me.
It's up to you whether or not to believe it. After all, the Kizaragi Foundation has a similar level of technological prowess.
What the heck? Why are you suddenly revealing so many things?
Huh? What's the complaint?
On a topic that we've been kept from knowing the truth. Now I can't help but feel suspicious when you suddenly change your attitude and tell me these other facts.
Really now? Well, I'm only doing it because I was ordered to.
Huh?
Roll is already over. Now I'm just making Miss Taira's wishes come true.
Your role is over. And what wish do you mean?
What do I mean? Why don't you try to remember instead?
Huh.
Yeah, we're definitely involved.
Yeah. Monokuma's true identity. Alter ego. A lot of information suddenly flows into my head. And there are no lights. It's so hard to see the inside, but it seems there's some machines beyond out there. What a huge machine. It's like I've seen it somewhere. Memory manipulator. Oh, that sound, dude. Although it needs a few more adjustments. It's possible to remove, modify, and manipulate memories, thank goodness. Thank goodness that stopped.
Yeah.
It's possible to remove, modify, and manipulate memories for a certain period of time. The reliability has been proven by Ryoko Otanashi, so it can be used without much effort in one something. Okay. Nice Danganronpa Zero reference there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice reference. I will give it to it. The game is this game is tying in a lot of the media really nicely. I'll give it to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was that? What's going on? Was that like something he saw back there, or was that something he remembered?
It seems like it was something he remembered.
Okay. Someone just spoke in my mind. Okay. I know that machine? I don't know why. The reason is unknown, but that machine must be... What? What is this feeling? My head throbs and tightens. Hey, Maeda, what's wrong? Oh, Makaru. Are you having a cold sweat? You seem bad. No, I'm fine now. Just felt dizzy for a second. Well, if you don't mind. I don't know what just happened. Somehow I can be assured that the information I just obtained in that brief moment is 100% real. I just had that feeling. Monokuma's been added to the bullets. Memory manipulator's been added to the bullets. Okay, let's see what Ray has to say. Makaru, this is... Yeah, I know. It's a very interesting place. We need to look into it. Wait, Maeda. Huh? What's wrong? I wanted to ask you for a moment. The murder of Yamato Kisaragi a few days ago. Do you really believe Monokuma is the killer? Well, I'm not sure. But if it is Monokuma, they can teleport at will, so wouldn't it be possible? If so, why did Monokuma kill him then? The guy made it clear early on that he wasn't involved in the case, and he didn't even touch us directly.
The only time he's in contact with us is when they violate the rules or is executed. Then does that mean Yamato Kisaragi and Mikako Kurokawa broke the rules? I don't think that's the case. Looking at Monokuma's motive, Kisaragi was definitely killed for a specific reason. Makaru, I have a lot of questions about that, but first we're trying to find out the truth of all the incidents, right? Wouldn't it be better to think about that later and focus on finding new clues? Yes, you're right. This is simply my personality who can't tolerate trying to move on with unsolved questions. I think we're probably still definitely going to have to figure out what actually happened with that case.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it ties into everything else anyway.
Yeah, like Mikako and Kisaragi are definitely relevant right now.
Yeah. Like, that wouldn't happen...
For no reason.
Like, they wouldn't be dead for no reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason specifically why they had to die.
Yeah.
Then.
But I'm sure there must be some reason for Kisaragi's death. And if possible, I will surely uncover the truth. Okay. Seems that Makaru has her own determination. Is it okay to just skip over that last incident that was upsetting Makaru on what she said? Okay. So that was just nothing really. Can I look at this? Dozens of monitors. Besides, what's being shown here is everything. These are the interiors of the school. It seems the information processing room looks like a room used by the mastermind. So this is just like the first game, where it was like the main data room was just like a surveillance room.
Mm-hmm.
Makaru. Even the reception video from the surveillance camera and the panel that controls Monokuma. Whoever sees this it's the mastermind, isn't it? But was there anyone really here? For at least the 16 of us, including Kisaragi, there was no one who could do this, right? Unless a new character comes out and says, voila, I'm the mastermind. Maybe this room is more absurd than I thought.
Man, that would never happen.
No. No, definitely not. Still, this must be an important place. An information processing room is full of unknown machines. There must be a hidden secret in this room. Okay, you got anything for me, Monokuma? Or is this just a dummy? Monokuma! What, did it stop again? Tell me something.
Okay!
Whoa! Monokuma, who suddenly moved, pressed a button on the control panel. Another one.
Huh, so... It looks like there's like a main Monokuma, and the rest are just... kind of like... I guess like using like the old AI, like they did in the Spirit Girls, I guess.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those were just kind of like autonomous, like almost brainless Monokuma.
Yeah, they just killed everything.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, Maeda-kun, you've come all the way up here. It feels like I've just showed the shameful part.
He did mention that earlier, and when we got to the 5th floor, that there was... Or no, he mentioned on the 4th floor that there was something shameful about it, or some weird line like that.
Yeah.
What, 2 Monokumas?
Aye, aye. Yes, I am. As you can see from this room, this Monokuma is not the only one. We're close to 100.
A few hundreds. More than that, this Monokuma in front of the panel did something.
Yeah, Operator Kuma called me to the processing room.
Okay, so there is like one main one.
Yeah.
Operator Kuma?
It's the nickname for the Monokuma who actually controls me.
It's controlling you. Monokuma controls Monokuma?
Something wrong.
No, but what about the mastermind?
Yeah. If... I'm trying to think how the Operator Kuma would work.
And if that's the one that has the main alter ego AI in it, I mean, it would make sense it could do that.
Yeah, because you would think the smartest one would be the one that could control everything.
Yeah, which would be the operator Kuma, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, the processing room has delicate machines, so don't touch it carelessly. If you try to touch it, Operator Kuma's automatic defense function over there may activate and tear Maeda-kun to shreds. No matter how curious you are, there is a total self-destruction of the facility button.
That's funny. Oh, always a self-destruct button, that's funny.
So you can't press the same button twice, right?
Who's gonna press that? Just leave. If Monokuma controls Monokuma, you mean people don't have to control it? No, even so, who controls this operator Kuma? Otherwise, there's not much planning, it's like a machine. No, Monokuma itself is a machine. But, wait, is Monokuma just a machine? Something like artificial intelligence robot? I'm confused, I don't even know what I'm thinking. Monokuma in the information processing room has been added to the bullets. Okay. So imagine that operator Kuma is the one that has the alter ego AI in it, which enables it to do all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Is that everything in this room? That probably is. Is that everything in here? I guess it is.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like there should be like a cutscene saying I've seen everything in there, but...
Yeah.
Well, let's just go to the other room.
Did you check the monitor specifically?
Yeah, I did. I walked up to the front, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I clicked on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I did that.
Okay.
Did this. I looked over here. Yeah, I checked this. Nothing on the chair. I guess that is just everything. Okay, let's go to the headmaster's room. I'm curious as to what's in there.
Yeah.
Then the first game that had information about our class. So that's where you found the information about Mukuro.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to what's in here. Okay, it is trashed like the first game.
Yeah.
So, what's in here? A picture.
Although it's not really an office, it's like another like kind of like lounge room.
Yeah.
almost.
A dusty
Like
photo
what's
is placed on the
cool.
desk. This is...
Yeah.
Oh, I figured. I knew I was onto something with that.
Yeah, yeah. I had a feeling that they were related.
Yeah, I told you that I thought there was something like that.
Yeah.
The people in the picture were people I had seen, although it was a bit unfamiliar. So I guess that's Hanzo in the back.
Yeah.
Kurokawa Kisaragi? And that person behind. A person who resembles Kisaragi. It's not really Kisaragi, but I've seen this guy somewhere.
Although, didn't it mention that Kisaragi, he would have been their grandfather.
Well, Hanzo was like in the
Right.
47th class, so he would have been... Maybe he would have been. Maybe he would have been their granddad. I don't know.
Or maybe a brother?
He looked too old. Because that Hanzo was a member of class 47 or something like that. Or 57, or something way before us.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that would make their dad.
Okay, Hanzo... Okay, yeah, so we know he's the second representative, so he was like the second
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
He's Hanzo Kisaragi, the second representative of the Kisaragi Foundation. Whoa! That reaction is perfect, Maeda-sama. At some point, how do I even come to know that? This is the basic skill of knowledge of a maid. What do you mean, maid? This is the subject of criminals. And what was that? Are you imitating Kinjo-sama now? Shut up. Just looking at your face makes me mad. Get away from me.
That's too much, and here I was going to explain the picture.
What about it?
This room, the principal's office. It was a private space for the building's... It's a private space of the building's owner.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
The picture are old memories of the owner.
Owner? Are you talking about Kisaragi?
It's up to Maeda-sama to figure that out. Resuming, the owner was growing up normally when he was young, but one day he met a girl. A girl who was collapsed near the house said she didn't remember anything except her name, not what happened to her. The owner's family decided to support her, the one who had nowhere else to go, so they adopted her.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense why they had different last names.
Yeah.
She was initially apathetic to the fact that the owner suddenly became a family member at her age, but she soon grew up together and they became like brother and sister who they developed a strange family love.
Okay. So I was actually really onto something when I mentioned that they could have been siblings. Like,
Yeah.
but like when you mentioned like they had different last names, I said, well, they could have been like adopted or something like that. So I was actually really onto something there.
Yeah.
I like how we're both kind of getting different points. Like we both kind of were piecing together different things that are kind of coming together.
Yeah. Well, that's the point of playing it together.
Yeah.
So we notice different information and piece it together.
Yeah. It's kind of fun.
That picture is a family picture taken when they went to a picnic in a forest nearby. It's nice to see a harmonious look, isn't it? Well, I heard this, but I don't know any details.
And this means the girl in this photo is Kurokawa.
I don't even know if you ask me. I'm just giving you clues.
And then she sped out again.
Yeah.
As just
What's
mentioned
that
now, the
about?
Kisaragi family supported Kurokawa as a child. Anyone can see because of this picture of Kurokawa and Kisaragi, so... When she first saw Kisaragi, Kurokawa recognized him. Okay, that explains why she knew him. Because...
Mhm.
It was because if
They-
only their memories
they
of their
would've-
school life were gone, and they knew each other before, it's like when Makoto knew who Sayaka was.
Yeah.
So, because they knew each other, and then probably part of the memory erasure was trying to make them forget that they were quote unquote siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why she had those reactions, because she was trying to remember, but it was sort of blocked or something.
Yeah.
That means that Kurokawa knew Kisaragi before entering Hope's Peak Academy. Why didn't she tell us about this? I have no idea. It can be inferred that Hanzo Kisaragi, who I saw through the Hope's Peak Academy album, is Kisaragi's father. If this person was the second representative of the Kisaragi Foundation, then his son, Yamato Kisaragi, was the third. That's what I thought. By the way... Oh, sorry, that's Makako.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Yamato-kun is late. He is still at Hanzo's funeral. It's been 2 weeks already.
What am I thinking? It can't be. It was simply my dream. I don't know what's going on. Kurokawa, Kisaragi... Did you know all along? In this photo, little Kurokawa and little Kisaragi are smiling brightly, as if the current situation was a lie. The laughter of two people who are no longer from this world makes this even more bitter. Kisaragi family photo has been added to the bullets. Is there anything else in this area, or do I just have to talk to Kinjo? Or I could probably look at the computer. It's a pretty old-fashioned computer on the desk. It's like this reminds me of like a computer my dad used to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandfather used to have a computer just like that.
Wait, this computer,
old,
the power seems to be on, but nothing shows up on the screen. What were you saying?
It's like one of those old like 90s like floppy drive
Yeah,
computers.
yeah. I tried briefly to tap on the keyboard, but the only thing reflected on the monitor screen was my face. Is it broken? Oh, dang, I can't look at it. So what are you looking at, Kinjo? Is there like a passage in here or something? Kinjo, what are you looking at?
Oh, Yuki. It's not much. I was looking at the files that were placed here.
Files.
Not very useful for me. You should read it, because you might remember something. Now then, I'll go investigate another area. You might as well look at the same papers scattered in this room.
So I guess it's just stuff he already knew.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he just walked through a chair. What was Kenjo looking for? This is the file that Kenjo left. There were several sheets of A4 size printed paper, and at the top of each paper was written as Hope Peak Academy Registry. Oh, okay, I figured that would be in here. Just like in the first game. Okay. Hope Peak Academy 79th Freshman Registry. So this is our class. Inori, Iranami, Uehara. It's arranged in order of 15 profiles. So someone wasn't in it?
Is Akane there?
Whether it was recorded before entering the school, everyone had slightly different impressions than today. There's also a few things who were slightly inconsistent with the body profiles recorded in the Electronic Student Handbook. Oh, this too. Oh, there's us.
Yeah.
So we were actually a student.
Yeah.
The memories we've had were definitely memories after we entered the school, right? Then this ID photo was taken before when we were in high school? Something is quite unfamiliar. An unfamiliar feature. It's his hair. The ultimate lucky student, Yuki Maeda. This is the owner of the ultimate luck level luck. An ordinary person with no talent who just entered through lottery. You don't hold any grudges. Oh, what the heck? Hello.
Yuki? Yuki!
Huh?
Are you okay? What happened?
Teruya? What's going on?
Yeah, it's me. I've been calling you for several times. Your mouth was wide open and drooling. You didn't give any response, so I was worried sick.
What? I was?
What happened? Did you find some shocking information?
No, it's not like that. I just got dizzy for a minute.
Dizziness. It was the same as Kirikawa. Class trial that will determine our fate will begin soon, so please take care of yourself. So I came from the investigation of the second floor just as you told me. I didn't know exactly what does it all mean, but I'm investigating hard.
Yeah, we have to be strong.
I'll go investigate something else. Don't be stunned.
Okay. That was weird.
Yeah.
What was that? Suddenly my head went blank and I had some flashbacks. The moment I looked at my old pictures, I felt an indescribable headache. What the hell?
Yeah, he definitely has different hair, right?
Yeah, it does. He's got the ahoge.
Yeah.
He's not doing it anymore. It's just my old photos, nothing strange. I have a clear memory of myself around this time. That's right, I don't know how much memory we've lost, but it was just a few moments ago. Still, why do I feel this way? This is me, right? What am I even saying? Who would this person be if it wasn't me, then? It may have been caused by Akane's influence because my complex emotions arose too swiftly, or maybe it's because my head got so hot that I lost my sense of calm. I need to focus and continue the investigation. So whose picture wasn't there? Whose photo wasn't there? There were only 15, there were 16 in our class.
Yeah.
Paper.
Was it... He didn't mention Akane being there specifically.
Yeah. Paper's all
Because,
cluttered.
like, it makes me wonder if she was actually even part of the class.
Yeah. Scribbled by someone on each and every note scattered throughout. Okay, entry 16. Shocking. I saw something so shocking. I witnessed the murder of one of the council members. The miniature camera attached to him may have been discovered. One thing is certain, the culprit is a woman. In addition, no matter where you look at this, they were professional in this field. Did they notice what I've found out? I might die as well. But can I sleep away like this after seeing such a huge scene? Entry 18. With the help of Makaru, the school student database was finally created. It was possible to research it. and we found out the identity of the ultimate student who murdered the student council member, the ultimate soldier Mukuro Ikusaba. Okay, that's correct, because that technically happens in the anime where she kills the first one.
Yeah.
Could she be the mastermind of what's happening at the academy right now? I wonder if it's better if we keep our hands away, but now we can't. What's even more upsetting is the appearance of the academy's headmaster and the council's committee focusing only on covering up the case, even when things got to this point. If I argue with them, it is certain that something big will happen. So who's writing these? Entry 23. I feel like
it's in the Kisaragi base or whatever.
Maybe it was
this
him.
is. So it's one of the Kisaragis or Kurokawa.
I feel like I'm entry 23. I feel like I'm finally stepping into the center of the case. While tracking down this Mukuro Ikusaba, I finally figured it out. This was the worst of all things. It was Junko Enoshima, and she was planning something outrageous. If that plan is executed, we're all done for. Okay, so this was him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this was him.
I wonder, am I still okay even though I have entered my feet this deeply? Looking at all their doings I have observed thus far, it wouldn't be strange if I already had been caught and killed. The shadow cast down on Hope Peak Academy was deep. There was a darkness so deep that I couldn't handle it alone. That is what is written on the note. Okay, so that likely was... Oh, someone's note 3. Okay, so there's more. Okay, so I imagine that was Kisaragi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So imagine there's other ones somewhere. Like, I imagine there's like a few more somewhere. Oh, right here. Papers are cluttered. Scribbled by someone, each and every note scattered throughout. Entry 27. I'm going crazy. If it goes on like this, it's all over for sure, but I can't talk to anyone. It feels like I'm about to be killed the moment it comes out of my mouth. Not only me, but the person I consulted with would be at risk as well. That's why I can't say this to anyone else close to me. But even if I stay still, I can't calm the situation down. No matter what I do, there is no way to prevent this from happening. Is this what despair truly is? Entry 28. Did Mikako notice what I was doing? No, it can't be. But nevertheless, Mikako noticed I was troubled. Yeah, I can't stay still like this. I want everyone to know. I at least have to protect my friends. 35. Father died. Although he had a chronic illness, it was his was too sudden. Could it be they're involved in this? It was too much of an overthinking. Is it too much of an overthinking? Either way, after the funeral, I have to go back to my hometown for the inauguration and of the third president. But is it okay for me to leave the school at this time? What should I do? This was written in the note. Someone's note 4, okay.
I wonder if the moniker of him being a transfer student is relevant, or if that's just something that Monokuma came up with to be dramatic in some way.
Maybe. The papers are cluttered. Scribbled by someone, each and every note scattered throughout. Entry 1. Tomorrow is the day I finally enter Hope Peak Academy. I was worried about what would happen if I couldn't attend because it was my family who had been admitted into Hope Peak for generations. I'm still really happy. So today I decided to go to Hope Peak Academy with Mikako to take a preliminary tour of the school. Entry 2. I don't know if what I just heard is true, but apparently there's been a sudden killing in Hope Peak Academy garden. The people I just passed by seem to be people of the council. If I'm not mistaken, something very bad is going on at Hope Peak Academy. I want to talk to someone, but I may have heard the wrong thing, so it's best to keep quiet for now. This was written on the note. Someone's note 1 added the bullets, and there's one more over here. Scribbled by someone, each and every note is scattered throughout. Entry 42. It's not too late, thank God. Still, it's too late to save the other students. But I will protect my friends, at least with my own hands. If possible, it would be safest to live in the shelter prepared by the headmaster. But it was not possible to communicate with the headmaster. We have no choice but to protect our lives by ourselves. It was fortunate enough that I have stopped by the main house. Now I can be safe for the time being as long as I go to the place with the helicopters of the researchers who have been on standby. Okay, so they couldn't go, so for some reason they could not contact the group already in Hope's Peak and couldn't go there with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to protect themselves by going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Presumably here.
Yeah.
What's written in the note? Is that everything? Someone's note 5, so I missed one. So I missed one somewhere. Which one did I?
Is it the one? So there's.
They're like all hard objects that I can.
Yeah.
Is it something? Like
Did you get the one on the very right?
Oh, there's something right here.
Oh,
That I
shit,
missed.
there.
Every note that someone's written is scattered all over the place. Entry 6. All our classmates are good people, unlike me. Makako is more unfamiliar with her school life, so I hope that she makes many, many friends. But in spite of the pleasant feeling, I can't bear to be bothered by what I've heard the day before the entrance ceremony. Entry 8. I eventually got the job done. To make the wiretapping tools out of some manipulated materials brought from home. I know it's a bad thing to do, but if something bad happens at the academy, anyone would care. Entry 10. Luckily, I was able to hear the conversation between the council committee and the headmaster. I've heard it for sure. The incident in which 13 student council students were massacred. It's a completely crazy story. Even so, the members of the council have been slowly disappearing since then. There may be a crime of a huge scale attacking the academy. I think the council is talking about the steering committee, I believe, is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Which is true, because after the council was killed, they started being killed off.
Yeah.
Is that all of the notes written on the note? Someone's note 2. That should be all of them. Is that all the notes? I think that is. Is there anything else with this thing over here? Nope. I already got that one. I think that's all the notes I can get. I think that's everything in here.
And then you get the one by the door.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I got that one. Yeah, I've already seen it. Yeah, this one I've already... Wait. Yeah, I think I got this one. Yeah, I got that one already. Okay, let's go up to the 5th floor. I think we should have just enough time to get through whatever's on the 5th floor, and then we'll be done.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, I guess I missed something. It said I couldn't go up there yet, so I guess I missed something. Did I miss something in here? Pretty sure I got everything. Can't look
Maybe
at the
check the
computer.
computer again.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Anything else I can look at over here? No. I looked at this. Is there anything else in that other room I can look at? I get this. Did I get this one?
No, I guess not.
Oh, no, I did. Okay, entry 50. No matter how much I thought about it, I thought it would be better to stop them in advance. But Makako insists on trusting them until the end. Thanks to her, I kept fighting. I think Makako doesn't know the full story of the incident, but I also want to believe in everyone. Still, one mistake in judgment may cost us all our lives. What decision should I take? This is what was written on the note. Someone's note 6. Okay, that's all of them. Okay. With this, it seems all the locked areas on the 4th floor information processing room and the director's office have been investigated. There was some progress. It could be said that there was. A lot of paper notes found in the school headmaster's office. The order was jumbled, but that's to be expected. Kisaragi. He must have written these. The handwriting in the notebook in the back of the library were the same. And whenever you look for the 3rd generation representative or Makako, there are no other names except Kisaragi. No one else came up. And if the fragmentary pieces of information on the note are true, Kisaragi was really trying to protect us. I can't say for sure yet, but the others have investigated the headmaster's office. But I can't say for sure yet, but the others have investigated the headmaster's office. They'll be able to get a rough idea of the structure of the case. We'll talk about it in the class trial. So this is the last locked room is on the 5th floor. Huh? Ugh. Again. Since I started investigating the 4th floor, a headache from nowhere stabbed me in the head. Try to ignore it and continue to the 5th floor. Yeah, this makes me feel really bad for him now. Okay. I'm really curious as to what this is over here.
We can't get out of here now?
This effing bear.
You're better off not watching.
What's going on, Makaru Teruya?
Oh, Yuki, are you here to investigate?
Yeah. I've examined all the rooms on the 2nd floor dormitory and the 4th floor of the school that have been locked so far. This should be the only place left. This damn bear is keeping us from entering.
I'm really doing this for you guys. If you open this door now, you're going to regret it. That is
strange.
weird. What is he up to?
Yeah.
What would be... That's so odd, because wouldn't Monokuma be usually very aggressive in trying us to see upsetting things?
Yeah.
It's like, why now?
Yeah.
Why try to keep us from seeing something? Be ridiculous. What about this is a fair investigation? Does it contain any important information? You're doing this because you're afraid that we'll win now? It's not it. I'm doing it for you.
Why is Monokuma doing this all of a sudden? There must be something in this new place, but if I could use violence, I would make him go away with force already.
You should never enter here. It would be unfair to you guys. This bear is annoying. How long are you gonna keep up such a lie?
I guess that's Akane.
What's the issue? Just let them in. They said they were going to enter voluntarily, so there's nothing to stop them now.
Akane? Miss Taira, is that really okay? That's a huge spoiler.
If these people win the trial anyway, they'll return safely. I prepared the helicopter, so there's no problem, alright? Above all else, the class trial is not a place you were used to every day. So how about that place? You'll find out if you were there anyway. So, don't you think it's better to know in advance?
Is that so? If Miss Taira says it.
Helicopter? What were you talking about earlier?
Well, it would be better to see it with your own eyes. I'll say, it'll definitely blow your heads.
Oh boy. I have no idea what we're about to see, dude.
What's going on in here?
Monokuma, who had been stubbornly blocking the door until a while ago, suddenly changed his attitude and opened the door with ease. What is in here, dude? The landscape that was waiting for us beyond the door.
Landscape.
What the heck? Huh? What the heck? What are we looking at? Huh? The expansive green forest, the vast blue sea. The bright sun just started to rise. It was not artificial light, but real sunlight. I saw in about a month was dazzlingly illuminating us.
We're on like a cliffside. Is this the outside? Here?
This is ridiculous.
Beyond this door is not a room. It really was outside. The air I felt on my skin proved it.
Ah, what a wonderful sunrise. You know, this island looks like a straight bread from the sun on the latitude.
Wait, did you just say island? Wait, we're on an island?
Apparently. Outside? I'm really outside? Thought I'd never see the sun again. Arr.
Wait, you idiot, where are you going?
What?
We're on the roof, dude.
Yeah. Outside. It's outside.
Calm down, you dumbass. The outside is not what matters.
That's right, Makaru-sama, you made a good judgment. If you had taken one more step forward, a Tori-sama would have become a beehive of organs.
Huh?
What?
This is it. The door is the exit to lead outside, but I can't let you go yet. You could never get out from the exit anyway, so don't even bother to investigate. Please stop looking outside and come in.
So why are we on an island? Is this just where his facility was?
Apparently.
How was it? The impression you had when you saw it earlier with your own eyes. Makaru-sama guessed it before, that this is not Hope's Peak Academy. That was correct, congratulations!
I think we established that.
Yeah.
Put your congratulations to death.
Do you see why I desperately tried to block the door now? Makaru, why are you so angry? I know it's surprising that this isn't Hope's Peak. But isn't that what you already expected?
Kane said earlier that this was definitely an island. Not a matter of whether or not Hope's Peak Academy was here or not, is that she didn't know the exact location we were.
Besides, if the scale grows this much, it is doubtful whether we will be able to return. Who knows, maybe we'll be buried in the sea where I don't know where to go.
No, don't joke like that. They promise to get us out of here if we find the truth. Hey, didn't you say that there was some kind of chopper earlier?
Of course, if you win, I'll send you back safely. Safety is also guaranteed. Makaru-sama, would you please refrain from making assumptions?
This is not an assumption. Also, what happened to bringing us to an island we don't know anything about?
It is up to you to decide that. How about it? After all, I did well to show you the outside in advance, right? If you had seen it in the courtroom, it would have been an even bigger shock.
See it at the courtroom? What do you mean?
Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to start the class trial right now. And I've shown you this far, so can I say it now?
We still never figured out what was up with that empty room.
Yeah.
If it really
Maybe
is
we'll
nothing,
come
that's
back
really
to that.
weird. If it actually
Yeah.
is just nothing.
Yeah.
Indeed, the last class trials room won't be the usual one. I'll do it in a special stage suitable for the end.
Special stage?
I'll explain it to you on broadcast soon, but the entrance to the special courtroom is
that the blank room? Oh, the entrance hall.
the entrance hall. Will start right away, so please hurry and gather at the entrance.
Wait a minute. So if this is the exit, then what was the hatch at the entrance?
I don't know. That must be, what she means by this, like, entrance hall thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see! Did you decide there? Exciting! See you all later!
Boing, boing. Okay.
Wait a minute, entrance hall? Isn't that just the doorway? That door is like a huge vault.
That wasn't it. You just looked outside a minute ago, right? It's on the 5th floor. But outside this door was the ground.
And that means...
Yes, the place we always thought was the first floor wasn't the first floor.
Wait, so is that implying that everything else is underground?
Yes.
It was the 4th floor basement. We are now on the 1st floor, not the 5th floor.
It was underground? Yeah, that does make sense that, all of this tech stuff would be
On the top floor.
under. Yeah. or that like everything else was underground. But then where did the dorms come in? Was that just like where the scientists or whatever who worked here lived?
I guess so, because that would be on the bottom.
Yeah, it would make sense then, I guess, that they would have the people living and working there
Yeah.
live in the dorms
Hmm.
on the island, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to leave or live anywhere else.
That makes a lot more
Oh.
sense why this floor is so wrecked due to everything else.
Yeah.
That is not what I expected.
Mm-hmm. But then why is this floor wrecked? And was it like the workers who died here?
Yeah, what happened?
Like, did the Monokumas come in and like attack everyone who was already here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
Well, let's get to the trial so we can save.
Yeah. It was underground? What the hell is this place?
When I saw the exterior of the building for a while, it almost disappeared because it seemed old, but I could read it clearly. The third Kisaragi laboratory. It's what it said. So after all, this was a Kisaragi Foundation building.
Does that mean that the mastermind was part of the Kizaragi Foundation?
I don't know. The Kisaragi Foundation is located on an island in the middle of the sea. Well, that explains why I guess it's so remote.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they were working.
People didn't know about it.
Yeah. I wonder if they were working together on this lab. Was the Kisaragi Foundation's research institute changed to Hope Peak Academy? We got a lot of information from the newly opened place, but there were really no clues about these things.
What are you saying? No, but then... if we don't reveal the truth, we...
Uh-oh.
Have you waited long enough? Then let's get started. The finale of this long, long story. Everyone, please gather in the entrance hallway. This will be the final stage. What? I haven't found anything. The class trial started? Wait, Kinjo.
Yeah, where is he?
We have Kinjo, don't we? If it's Kinjo who has all his memories back, he'll do something about it.
Would you shut up? You're being naive. Are you never going to grow up?
Sorry.
Don't worry, I have no intention of leaving everything to Kinjo. I'm just uncertain. Because the clues that Akane Taira had prepared were not useless at all. It's just that our situation is so absurd. That we are in the middle of the sea. We should go anyway. Like it or not, as long as this place is the way it is the way out, there's no other place to investigate further. Only with the information we've found so far, we have no choice but to succumb to be true. He's gonna teleport us down there? Okay, this is time to put it to an end. To survive this terrible place. We have no choice but to fight against despair. Oh, are you gonna make me actually walk down there? We were told to go to the entrance hall, not the usual place for the class trial. I don't know what's being staged, but let's hurry up. Okay, I'm not stopping anywhere, we're just going straight down there. Yeah, I cannot say I expected the whole building to be underground.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Hey, what is going on?
I guess that's why there are no windows.
Yeah, I guess so. Huh? What was that noise? What is going on? Who's there?
What in the world?
What is going on? I think I hear it from the headmaster's office. What is going on? I have to move ASAP because Monokuma's called us to the trial. I'm worried about this. I want to check the headmaster's office just for a moment. Is this what I was talking about at the end of the trial? It's the computer. It's on now.
Yeah. Is it an alter ego?
I don't know. As soon as I entered the headmaster's office, where the sound was supposed to be, the first thing I noticed was the computer screen that I examined a while ago. Is the sound coming from this computer? Based on the data obtained from Junko Enoshima, they succeeded in obtaining a sample of their memory manipulation device. It looked like a little blurry at first, but soon something started to appear on the screen and a voice mixed with mechanical noise began. Okay, I think you were right to speak. Okay. My memory will be erased. However, I succeeded in developing temporary memory storage based on the obtained data samples. Whose voice is this? Memory storage device. Constant frequency, moving about the machine to some extent minimized, but it hasn't been tested yet. And brain science isn't a field of arithmetic. If any side effects occur, it may happen. For that reason, there's insurance. A small detonator can be used in order to detonate with an external signal that's included in the machine. I'll load it. If you're looking at this message, this is not ultimate despair. And if she and I can't finish the job, be sure to kill us with this. That's really weird.
Oh. Huh. So
It's almost like a Amanda Waller move, like a bomb got implanted in us when the memory erasure happened.
it sounds like Kisaragi, the reason why he died was he died on purpose
He took himself out.
because he didn't think he could beat Junko's plan.
So I was right. There was some method that was an option that he could have taken himself out for some reason.
Mm-hmm. So he had Monokuma somehow take him out for some reason.
What happened to the screen? I think I heard something really important, but there was a lot of noise and I couldn't understand it properly. I had no idea what purpose or even how this message was coming out. I can't help it, but there's no time to delay here. Watch out. Huh? It's back. Oh, it is him.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for Utsuro. What is that?
I don't know.
Utsuro. Wait, more importantly than this, who are you? I don't know who's looking at this right now. I don't know when I'll disappear. This could be a miracle that I can express my own intentions this way. That's why I'm only going to say this. This is why I'm going to say what I have to say. No matter what happens, you have to stop Utsuro.
Is that... Who's Utsuro?
I feel like we've heard that name somewhere. Was that the name? What was the name of the first president?
I don't know.
I don't know what the name of the first president of the foundation was.
Yeah.
Someone's shadow suddenly appeared on the screen. I don't know what he was talking about, but he seemed to have a familiar silhouette and a voice I'd heard somewhere. I don't know what's the situation right now, but being able to speak with this level of intelligence means I am no longer in this world. Wait, I have no idea what you're talking about. Who in the world are you? Now, I don't even know what happened to the memory storage device or what happened to my friends. What I'm trying to say is this is not over yet. Hey, they can't hear me? What? They can't hear me? You could say I'm the vaccine overlaid in a virus program. The very existence is a product of coincidence. There is nothing I can do about this, but I might as well do as much as I can. I'll try to pass on the information I've gathered as far as I can. Utsuro was found in every overwritten data. If anyone is listening, Utsuro is... It's just gonna cut out, yeah. Huh? Hey, what's wrong? No matter how much I waited in front of the computer shaking the monitor, the unidentified voice was never heard again. I don't know what kind of communicator or program that was just now, but I feel as though I've heard an incredibly important information. Memory storage device. Utsuro. Utsuro. See, it's someone here? No, there's a possibility that it may not be human. Still, that it seems this being is having trouble stopping Utsuro. But even if you suddenly tell us to stop them, their identity is unknown. The possibility this could be a trap from the mastermind cannot be ruled out. Still, it's a very familiar voice. Watch out for Utsuro. 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 I'm not saying that. Huh? Why can't I have everything I want? Why can I do everything as I think? What am I living for? Why am I in this state? And now we're down here. That was weird.
Yeah.
You're late, Maeda. Sorry, I was looking into something for a minute.
I thought you probably ran away.
Ran away where? You mean through the 5th door on the 5th floor? If I go out there, I'll die.
If it's an entrance door. You guys didn't know, did you?
Are you saying you knew? Then it sounds like we knew the identity of this building before we lost our memories. Thank you. This helped me further my own reasoning. Further on my reasoning.
Well, even if we don't want it, everything will be revealed soon. I'm fine. We can do this. Kenjo knows everything, and there's nothing to be afraid of. Teruya, I don't know what I don't know.
Here we go.
Yeah, he knows some of the background information, but
About
there's
us.
probably still a lot about this specific situation that he wouldn't necessarily know.
Yeah. Oops. He said he completed the preparations and the stage is almost complete.
We're almost complete. Where shall we begin? You guys, please enter through the huge door in the entrance hall.
So what exactly was in this door?
Enter. How we open the huge door?
So it just opened automatically.
Yeah.
So what's out here?
It opens. Huh?
Why are you surprised now? If the door from the 5th floor was the same, you wouldn't be surprised that this door opens.
Well, yes, but sometimes I've been imagining leaving through this door. Many times. Anyways, let's go ahead and begin our discussion. Once the trial begins, we can say whatever we need to say.
At first, I thought this was just a place for our escape, but in fact, it was just a door leading to the somewhere deep on the 4th floor basement level. But we can escape from we can escape from here only when we pass through the gate and uncover the truth in the last class trial. In a sense, going through this door doesn't mean escaping. Finally, it begins. We've been through a lot of sacrifices and a lot of despair. The time has finally come to finish this. So what is in here? Memory storage device has been added to the bullets. Utsuro has been added to the bullets. Translator's note. There's a secret dialogue if you completed the free time events of any of the survivors. Dang it, I don't think we did.
Did we do any of them?
Out of these 3, no.
Yeah,
Well, no, I think we
we did.
No, did we do a Tori? No, I don't think we finished it.
No, yeah, we did like 1 or 2.
Dang. Also, the memento machine has been moved to the top right side of the room for the final trial. What is the point of that?
Hmm.
What's this first time I've seen this, huh? What just happened? It just halved.
Yeah. Oh, Maeda-kun! Are wondering what this is? Curious. Are you curious, aren't you?
Well, Monokuma.
What this red machine is a memento machine.
Memento.
Do you have any friends who unfortunately lost their lives? This machine was made so you may never forget them.
I want to see what I can actually buy here.
You can purchase using Monokuma medals touching that panel. Well, it's up to you if you want to or not. Would it be better for you?
It's a keepsake. What kind of sick joke is this?
Well, that's that, so try using it at least once. Price isn't cheap, though.
Oh, dang.
I'll be going now.
Why did it halve there?
Probably just a graphical glitch.
This isn't even something I'd want to try, but I suppose I could try it at least just in case. Which friend's memory do you want to purchase? How much are these, though, is the question.
I guess it'll tell us.
Hakeru, Kanata, Kenji, Haruhiko.
I'm kind of interested to see what, do we...
Okay, I'm gonna save
But,
real quick. I'm gonna save.
Yeah.
I almost want to just overwrite this save. The one that glitched out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's buy one. Or let me just click on one and see how much it's gonna cost. I'm just gonna click on this one to see how much it costs me here. Okay. Okay, these are the skills. Okay. Okay, so they're each 50. Okay. Precision aim removes non-stop debate aiming shake point. Go back. Okay, let's see what all these are. Okay. Corresponder or cardiorespiratory endurance, double speech recovery speed per phase. I don't think that's useful. Kizuna, that's 75. Okay, so I guess they get more expensive because they're probably more you have to do.
Yeah.
Formation C, auto reloads when the number of bullets in. Okay, that's the when the bullet time battle reaches 0. That could be useful.
Yeah. That could be very useful. Then you could just spam
The fire button.
the
Yeah, that could be
thing
good.
without having to worry
Yeah,
about
that one could be
moving.
useful. Ayame Sprint. This one's 100. Increase the movement speed of daily life. I don't see how that's useful at all right now.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Hikaru. This one's only 75. Permanently increases max HP. Okay. Well, I've never really had any problem with HP except that one time.
Yeah.
Kanata. Recover 1 HP per each phase. I hate that I have to go through all these again. Kenjo or Kenji, Spear of Longinus, 50. Rebuttal Showdown. You can remove an opponent's remark with 1 slash.
Fear of Longinus.
Longinus.
That's maybe I know that comes up in the lore of Evangelion.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's an Evangelion reference of some kind.
Okay, Haruhiko. Vertical landing. Significantly reduces the movement speed of the flash anagrams. Ah, that's not useful.
Yeah, those aren't even timed.
No.
So.
Satsuki. Joker trick. Get 2 medals each time you fire a non-stop debate bullet. So that's just a way to get coins.
Yeah. Although, speaking of the hangman thing,
Is there one?
I believe I have that.
Oh, this would have been nice. You can see where Monokuma medals are hidden during daily life. that was Mikako's. Teruya, business. The amount of Monokuma medals you earn is doubled. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not useful now. Ray, analyze, removes non-stop debate, bullet scan delay. One more page here. Kinjo. So Yamato's we already had, because we actually did his on this file. Tsurugi, firing permit. In a non-stop debate, the correct truth bullet is initially loaded. Okay. I feel kind of dirty using that one, though. That one's kind of cheap.
Is that one a little bit too good?
Yeah, I feel kind of dirty using that one.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Akane, hospitality additionally increases the intimacy of friends you meet during your free time events. Well, unfortunately, it's not useful now. What was... Yeah, I think we've already got his, but what was his? Permanent intellect. Speech power influences increase during class trials. I think we already had his, though. Okay, I think the only two I want to get are... I think there's only two that I want. I want to get this one, which is removing the shake during the non-stop debates. I want to get that one, and the automatic reload the bullets.
Yeah.
I got what do I have like 500 coins right now.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna get this one. Okay, and then I'm going to get who had that one? Kizuna?
I think so. It's the sniper, right?
Yeah, this one. Okay, I want this one. I think those are the two that I want.
Yeah.
Can I track how many medals I have? Okay, I have a ton. I can get some more, but I don't have any other ones I'm useful. I might get the extra health, but
yeah, you could get the extra health and Inori.
hers is just recover 1 HP. Who just had the regular health? That was Kakeru, right? That just had the
maybe. Yeah.
Was that Kakeru that had the?
Well, you could get both.
Yeah, okay, I can get his. Okay, 75. I'll get his.
Either way.
Okay, I'll get Kanata's too.
Yeah, I just know.
Okay. How many do I have now? 282. Okay, so I can get a few more. Well, see if there's anything else useful. Recovers double speech recovery speed. I don't even know what that means. I don't really think I need that. Yeah, yours was pretty useless. Yeah, that's pretty useless. What was Kenji's? I guess that one couldn't be too. Maybe wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, that could be useful since you don't have to.
Yeah, for the slash. I'm gonna see if there's anything else that's really expensive that I'd want. Haru, his was kind of useless, wasn't it? Yeah, his was the hangman one. It's right. I think his was kind of useless. Yeah, his was kind of useless. Did I buy that? No, I didn't. Mikako's is kind of useless here. What was hers? Yeah, I don't need that. Okay, Teruya, his with the money, I don't need his. What was Ray's? Removes the scan delay. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting his. His was the OP one. And hers is useless for trials. Okay, I think I'm gonna get Kenji's. I think this could be useful. Provided they actually let us equip these skills, I think this one could be useful. And I got 232 left. Is there any other one I think I should get? Are there any other ones you think I should get here?
That's probably fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, let's go. Let's get to the save point. Now then, let's go. Beyond this door lies the way to the last class trial. What's in here, dude? This is...
A dead end?
Nope, it's an elevator. I didn't realize someone was in the chat right now.
Oh yeah.
Are you reading
Yeah.
that?
I haven't been
Red Suit Plays, hello.
today.
Time for the trial translation. You get it online. Well, hello, by the way. Hello, Red Suit Plays. Didn't know you were in the chat. I apologize. Unfortunately, you've kind of caught us at what is probably going to be the end of the stream, so...
Yeah, kind of unlucky.
It's going up. Normally, the elevator during the class trials went down. Felt different from the usual trial, but the mood did not change. The tension when headed to the courtroom. A space of heavy silence that embraces the individual's thoughts.
Yeah, it looks like.
And we... finally set foot in the final trial.
Oh yeah, I think Rezu popped in back when we were doing either like chapter 1 or 2.
I think it was 2.
Yeah.
What the heck? Where are we? This is...
Come here, everyone. This is our last trial.
Is this the rooftop?
That's it, to be exact, this is the observatory. Isn't it nice to have a panoramic view?
The first view I see when I come here is the courtroom.
Okay, yeah, they were here for 2, okay. You will find out when you see the courtroom. That's what you meant.
I guess it's better to show it to you first than come here and realize that all of a sudden that we were surrounded by the sea, right?
Yeah, Rezu, we kind of end up streaming at almost random times depending on when both of us are free.
Yeah. We
If you don't
typically...
have Twitch notifications, it's probably tough to catch us regularly.
Yeah, most of our streams we typically do around 6 at night. Between 6 to 7 is usually when we'll start. If not, we will typically stream between like 11, start between like 11 and 1 would be other times we would start. Those would typically be times that we stream. As we finish up the trial this week, I think most of the streams will probably be in the evening. But those are the 2 times we're typically doing stuff. We're in Central Time Zone. Yeah, we record in Central Time, so when I say 6, it'd be 6 Central.
It was nothing from the beginning anyway, because we're gonna win and get out of here. Wait a second, what's that? That monitor.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, so what can I do? Oh, it's the actual AI. Interesting.
Yeah.
What? What are you doing in a monitor? Oh, that's why Monokuma shut down every time the power went out. Because the AI was controlling the physical robot.
Yeah.
So without the power, it just kind of turned off the computer.
Yeah.
Interesting. He isn't coming out to the court this time. What are you talking about? I'm here. Who didn't come?
Monokuma-sama, what you've shown so far is fake. And in a way, you can say that that is the original Monokuma.
Original Monokuma.
Well, nothing strange anyway, so don't worry. In the class trial this time, Monokuma-sama and I will also participate in the trial, so you'll have to use your reasoning, Monokuma-sama. Oh right, go to your seats without arguing one by one. I want to start quickly now. Now that I think of the climax soon, my body heats up to the point where I can't stand.
Jeez, that's kind of gross.
Didn't Junko do something similar?
Yeah.
Where like thinking about the trial made her like go all weird like that?
Yeah, kind of did. Did you block that one chat in the moderation? Oh, well, there was like one that was blocked that was like talking about Monokuma being a robot that was apparently flagged.
Oh, it thinks it's bullying.
Oh yeah, it's spoiler. Yeah, if you're gonna go allow that,
That's funny.
yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why that was technically a spoiler, but we are in chapter 6 and we literally found that out. So,
Yeah.
apologies for that.
Yeah, Rosu's bullying the fictional character Monokuma.
Yeah.
That's how it'll happen, so everyone hurry up and move it, because the fact that I appeared in this form means I'll do everything in my own power. Now, I'm not the judge in this trial. I'm just one person. No, I want you to treat me like a bear.
Indeed, it's the last one, and Monokuma has increased the trial seats a little bit to free up space to enter. Thanks to Kisaragi-sama's thanks to this, Kisaragi-sama's seat was also created.
Oh yeah, he's over there on the right, below Kinji.
Yeah.
Well, he was already dead, so a seat for a portrait was made.
Sorry.
You rotten being. Don't disrespect Kisaragi.
Ooh, scary, Kenjo-sama. You're very elated now that your ban has been lifted. Wonderful, everyone seems to be prepared. Let's get started soon.
Okay, can we save now? I still can't believe it. This is Akane. That Akane who has been my strength, but now I have to fight them. Fighting, overcoming despair. We must survive until the end with everyone. Here we go. Okay. Maki, Mitch, Kizuna, Ayame, Kakeru, Kanada, Kinji. Oh, he's upside down. I was wondering what his face was there. Just don't know if he's upside down. Haru, Satsuki, Yamato, and Makako. Jeez. I'm sorry, everybody. You all didn't deserve this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for everyone. We must survive for everyone who has died. The truth is awaiting us right in front of you with the truth is waiting right in front of you with its door open. Hope, despair, the last fight that neither side can back down. That's how the final class trial opens. A life-threatening judgment, a life-threatening lie, a life-threatening betrayal, a life-threatening discussion, a life-threatening excuse, a life-threatening class trial. Dun dun dun. Alright, we can save. So how do I actually equip the skills, by the way? Or do they just like automatically become equipped?
Imagine they're automatic.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll know in the first non-stop debate when we get to it. I did save, right? Yeah, I did. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's going to be it for this stream. As much as I'd love to keep playing, ACP's got some things to do today.
Yeah, I've got somewhere to be.
Yeah. So we will be back. I guess we could do a stream tomorrow. I do have time before work if we did it around the same time.
Yeah, I have class from, I think, 2:40 to 4, but I'm pretty much free anytime before and after that.
Okay, yeah, what time is my shift? I'm checking what time my shift is. 16:30, that's 4:30, right?
Yeah.
So I'd have to leave here by 3:30, which is fine if you have class at 2:30.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be done till late, so I could start around, if you wanted to start like around 10 or something.
Yeah.
10:30.
Yeah,
if you want to try that.
That'll be plenty of time to get in most of the trial.
Yeah. So we will be back tomorrow around 10 with Trial 6. I will say before we end though, I really did like how well this investigation and the stuff we found really tied this game into the rest of canon Danganronpa lore and kind of worked it together.
Yeah.
I really like how a lot of that worked. Like I liked how they integrated the class. I like how they kind of how implied how Junko was still involved with the tragedy and kind of kept all the events canon and still in a way that still made sense.
Yeah.
I really liked that. So I'm really curious as to what we're gonna find out in this trial. I mean, we still gotta find out what Mikako and Kisaragi knew. We gotta find out what's up with us. We gotta piece together all the other stuff. So we'll be back at 10 tomorrow with Trial 6. Thank you for joining us. I have been Mr. Grinchman. Once again, along with ACP. What?
Yeah, at least the first half of it.
Yeah, we should be able to at least get through half of it, and we'll be available on Wednesday to do the next part. So
yeah, if we don't get that far, I guess we'll just have to leave it on.
Which is fine. We did that before with Trial 2.
Yeah.
So, but that's okay. So, join us tomorrow at 10 for more Danganronpa Another Despair. I've been Mr. Grinchman, once again along with ACP. Thanks for joining us, and have a good day, everybody. Goodbye.